sets on the desert this evening. There's a purple haze on the campus of Grand Canyon University as we take a trip down Lopes Way, making the turn right into GCU Arena, where it is a purple out as the Lopes go head-to-head with the Aggies in the biggest game of the year here at home. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks so much for being dialed in tonight to your review for the Lopes pregame show, where we're setting you up for a game that has been circled on the calendar since the schedules came out. Everybody knows that the championship tends to run through Las Cruces, and so the Lopes trying to even the score tonight. Just 2 days ago, these two teams had identical records at the top of the WAC conference standings, but after a heartbreaking loss to UTRGV on Thursday night, the Lopes looking to rebound in a big way tonight against New Mexico State to even the score at the top of the record standings.
It's very big. That's what I see. You know, everybody talks about it. That's like the biggest game on everybody's schedules. So we just, you know, we got to go out there, prepare like those guys or any other team, and, you know, go to war. You know, it's going to be a war, a long 40-minute war. So that's what we're going to prepare for.
It's a battle. Obviously, just from what I've heard, it's always going to be tough. I see fans talking stuff on Twitter with each other, and really competitive. So it's really good, and we're both at the top of the conference. So obviously, it's not just wanting to beat each other. It's really meaning something.
It's a great environment to play in there, but our environment is the most electric, in my opinion, in college basketball. And I think the fact that the two environments are the best in the conference adds to that. You have very passionate fan bases, which I think lends itself to credible rivalries. And they've been the leader of the pack, but Grand Canyon's been right on their tail for the last several years, and we played in the championship game of the WAC tournament last year. So all of that lends itself to a good rivalry.
And yes, the Aggies have been the leaders of the pack with an 8-1 record in conference action, but the Lopes still very much in this with a 7-2 record. As the team mentioned, these players, they are ready. They feel the passion for this game, as do the fans, all sporting the purple tonight, and also ready to go, feeling the magnitude of this game is, of course, our broadcasting team. So let's welcome in now Barry Battelle, Scott Williams, and guys, we know every time these two teams go head-to-head, it's going to be a big one. But I imagine the Lopes really want the victory tonight after that heartbreaker on Thursday.
No doubt about it, and a big buzzer beater yet again for the Aggies on the road. And they've hit that final shot to win it 3 times, and one of those times at the hands of the Lopes. McCants from half court.
Yeah, it was a one that they had, and the cruel thing about sports sometimes, you think you have it, and until that final horn blows, it's never over, and they saw it slip through their fingers.
Let's face it, the Aggies coming in with just one loss in conference play have pretty much owned GCU. These are the New England Patriots of the Western Athletic Conference, and they are the reigning, crowning champions of this conference, and they need to be knocked off.
Well, they're a very strong, mentally strong bunch. Yep. They have obviously talented players, but they win these close games because they know how to finish.
Yep. Look at that, 8-1 atop. The Lopes after that loss, 7-2. Bakersfield drops to 6-3 after the loss to the Aggies on Thursday. As you look at the loss to the Lopes on Thursday, a tough one, 72-69. But as Coach Marley said, out-hustled, outworked on Thursday.
Yeah, lackluster performance. It was a traditional trap game. They looked past the Vaqueros on to New Mexico State, and it came back to bite them. They weren't very solid defensively. Drives and post-ups, second chance points. 42 points in the paint was way too many. They couldn't get their fast break game going because it seemed like they were constantly having to pull the ball out of the basket or put them on the free throw line in that second half. That 1-2-1-1 press really hurt them being able to get into the flow of their offense. Alexandra Labor just couldn't get the basketball enough, and it really paid.
Yeah, the bigs are going to have to step up, and let's talk a little bit about Michael Finke. 10 points, 6 boards in the game. He's a guy that's going to be relied upon along with Ali Labor tonight.
Yeah, I liked him because he showed a combination of power and finesse. He moved well without the basketball. He was aggressive on the boards. And I like the fact that he was that one guy that tried to give him a spark. I mean, they had runs where they had gotten the ball lead to double digits. They just couldn't sustain it. I think he's going to have to really improve his play down the stretch with scoring punch without some of the guys that are missing.
They'll look for that big alongside Ali Laver. He was 4 for 4 from the field, had a season high and career high 5 assists in the game, but as Coach Marley said, it was only 4 for 4.
Yeah, got to get more shots, got to get more touches. I love his court vision and his willingness to pass, but this is a guy that was predicted to be player of the year. He's got to be in double figures and field goals attempts, put a lot of pressure on the defense. Put him down on that block. If he doesn't have something, like you said, he can pass the ball so well, he can find cutters and shooters on the perimeter.
New Mexico State, we mentioned they come in 8-1 overall. They lost 4 starters from a season ago. Remember the likes of Zach Lofton and Jamario Jones tearing it up? Well, they just seem to rebuild and replenish. Chris Jan's doing a great job at the helm for the Aggies, and they have been on fire yet again. They seem to be able to plug guys in, much like, as I mentioned off the top, the Patriots.
Yeah, they lost 50 points from that group from a year ago, but Terrell Brown, number 3, is the shooting from 3. This guy's got NBA quality range. He has no hesitation when he gets the ball open. His teammates go to find him behind that arc. He gets it into that shooting pocket and up over his shoulders and onto the rim. Look at this one here. I mean, that's where Steph Curry and the guys shoot it from.
Terrell Brown played at Moreau Catholic, a high school in Oakland that is very familiar to Oscar Freyer and Damari Milstead, both of them playing at Moreau Catholic as well. That'll set up the game. We'll send it back up to you, Kate.
Well, not too quick, guys. Let's continue to just talk about the intensity of this game. When these two teams have gone head-to-head in the last 4 contests, including the conference tournament in Vegas last March, the Lopes have fallen victim the last 4 times. So, Scott, I ask you, how big is this win? Not just for the standings, but also just for the mentality and the morale of this Lopes squad.
It's absolutely huge, Kate. You're right. It's a psychological disadvantage to the Lopes if they can't get this one tonight. They know they're going to face this team once again in the WAC tournament. They got to have this victory at home.
They have to know they can do it, and of course, we all remember just a few years back, right here at GCU Arena, the Lopes handled the Aggies before they were eligible for NCAA action play. And Dan Majerle said that night he was living the dream. Will that dream continue tonight? Only time will tell. Thursday night, it was a different story for Dan Majerle. Some harsh words after that game. He felt that loss, and now our Barry Buttel will sit down with Dan Majerle to see if he's softened any since. He said his answer's very short, to the point on Thursday. And now Barry tackles the big questions with the big man Dan. That's coming up next on the Lopes pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament tickets are on sale right now. Come support both the men's and women's teams as they try for their first NCAA tournament bids. The tournament is set for March 13th through the 16th at the Orleans Arena in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets now. The Lopes pregame show rolling along from GCU Arena as this place will be rocking. Tip-off time at 7 p.m. with the New Mexico State Aggies in town. Barry along with head coach Dan Majerle. And tough one on Thursday, and you didn't mince any words in your post-game press conference. Outplayed us, out-hustled against the Vaqueros.
Well, we got up 50-39. We were up 11, I think, with about 13 minutes to go, and I thought we just stopped executing. I thought we just took it easy. We were going to win. We're at home, and that's why to these guys it's 40 minutes every night. Every night's 40 minutes, and sometimes you let a team back into it. They get confidence. They made plays down the stretch. We didn't. And we deserve to lose, and that's the way it is. And You know, you can't get it back. It's too bad, but we still have a chance to be playing for first place tonight. So hopefully we can bounce back and we learned a lesson.
Trouble against the press?
No, I thought we were fine. We handled it. We knew exactly what we were going to get against them. As I said, we got up. We were executing great in the half court. We got up 50-39, getting good shots. And as I said, I watched the tape, and there were some hustle plays. We didn't box out. We didn't get loose balls and let them back in the game. And sometimes when you let teams back in the game instead of burying them, as I said, we missed some free throws down the stretch. They made plays, and we got beat.
Ollie Laver, he was kind of quiet in the opening half, but he seemed to come out of the locker room a little bit motivated, a little bit more hustle. He shot pretty well from the
Well, he only got 4 attempts, which was another thing. I think some things happened where some of our guys got a little happy and tried to score themselves instead of going to the big guy a few times down there. And Ollie's got to do a better job of getting open. And, he had 5 assists, which is great for our team when he gets double teamed, which will happen again tonight. But we have to do a better job of trying to find him and getting him the ball inside, but he's got to do a better job of making himself available and having the trust of the guys to throw him the ball.
What do you think of Oscar Freire? He's kind of coming back from that ankle injury, the foot injury, had 15 at New Mexico State.
Well, Oscar's got a long way to go. He's one of the guys that I had a long talk with after this game. He's got to do more, especially with Jared out. His hustle plays, he's got a rebound like that. Guy could probably get 10, 11 rebounds, some steals. But he's got to play like that all the time. And it's not just his jump shot or whatever. On the defensive end, he's got to be our best defender. He's got to be able to make shots. He's got to rebound. He's got to be one of those guys with Jared gone that's got to step up. And to be quite honest with you, he's a junior. He's been here for a long time. He knows exactly how we're supposed to play, and it's on him to play like that.
Another guy that's been in big games at Illinois was Michael Finke. What do you expect from Michael?
Well, we're going to have to rebound tonight. If we control the basketball on the boards, we'll have a great chance to win. We actually out-rebounded them at New Mexico. They're one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the nation. They're a great defensive rebounding team, so we're going to have our big guys really control the boards, box out, have our guards come back, and if Michael's open, he's got to shoot it.
And Damari Milstead, he had the big plays at New Mexico State, the steals, and got you guys the lead late before McCants hit that half-court buzzer beater.
Damari's just got to play the way he plays. He's got to know when to throw the ball inside. He's got to know when to try to score. He's got to do a good job of not turning the ball over, and then defensively keeping Harris from the paint. He did a good job in New Mexico State. He's had a great year. He continues to get better. But he's the guard in this point guard spot for us. He's got to lead the team. He's got to lead with his emotion, with his voice, and making the correct plays.
New Mexico State comes in, obviously they're now atop this conference and they're playing really well. They had their third late bucket, their second, of course, the buzzer beater late in the game at Bakersfield to win it in overtime.
Well, they were down about 10 with a minute to go, and they found a way to win. And I heard somebody say, man, they're lucky. I don't believe that. They're good. I don't think they're lucky. I think they're really good. We had our chances to be where we wanted to be at the conference, and we let it go. They find a way to win, so it's up for us tonight. They're going to be extremely confident coming in here. They're going to want to make a statement. They do a great job on the road, and it's up to us to stop them.
Looks like one of their big guys who played really well against you is going to be out. Ivan Aure Coachea is going to.
Glad you said that.
Yeah, that might be the.
Yeah, I don't know if he's playing or not. It really doesn't matter. He did damage against us. He had his best career game against us, but they got McCants and Chua who are going to come in and play extremely well. So if it's not him, we'll have to deal with Chua or McCants. Both those guys can do exactly what that kid did at New Mexico State. They're very talented. New Mexico State plays a lot of guys. Any one of them can hurt you. It's about who's going to play harder, who's going to be more physical, and who's going to be tougher.
Well, there's no doubt this crowd's going to be piped up here and amped up for this game.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a great atmosphere, and it should be exciting, and I hope our guys don't let anybody down.
All right, good luck tonight,
All right, thank
Coach.
you.
Head Coach Dan Majerle, our guest. Stay with us. More of the Lopes pregame show continues from GCU Arena, where the Lopes take on the New Mexico State Aggies. But first, he's a living legend, and now Jerry Colangelo remembered into perpetuity on the GCU campus. Find out how when the Lopes pregame show returns with a special ceremony for the man we know as the father of Arizona sports.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to San Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Yeah, I think anytime the staff is consistent, I think that's better for the players. Having worked now with Mandy and Christy for 4 years, this is our 4th year together, they do so many great things to set us up for more success in the conference season.
Gounder picked up by Smith. Throw over to first, double play.
Ryan comes in after having been the #1 at the University of Maryland, so she's bringing in tremendous experience, already having thrown a lot of innings as a freshman. You know, Bo is Bo. Bo's been our horse now for the 2 years that she's been here, and I expect the same thing out of her. Her leadership and experience is really going to bode well for us. And then Lexi and Yessie, they got a lot of innings last year as freshmen, so they've made some great adjustments coming in, and all 4 of them had a tremendous fall, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do for the spring.
To center. Sierra could have gotten enough. She does! All the way to deep.
We're all better if we're doing our own thing, and I think it's better for the kids. They get better coaching. Kobe brings a great experience from Cal Berkeley, and she has a lot of knowledge in all areas. So it's nice to have another coach that can throw batting practice, hit fungo, take us through drills, and have input on the staff. So I'm really, really happy with my staff, proud of them.
Smith pops that one into right field. Going back on it. A grand slam. And GCU continues their lead.
I expect more consistency throughout the non-conference season. You know, we've got a very tough schedule again with some great opponents coming in, and also going, like, we get to go to Oklahoma. They're coming here. We've got Ohio State coming here. We've got Arizona. We've got Florida State. So we've got to have to continue to pitch. We have to continue to play defense. We have to continue to hit and run the bases hard. We need a great performance out of everybody, whether you're in the starting lineup or whether you're coming off the bench.
And the Lopes split a doubleheader last Thursday to open the season against Charlotte. 4-3 and 5-6. They lost to #4 Oklahoma last night, but they did lead 1-0 after 4 innings. But the Sooners came back scoring 6 in the 5th. But today they shut out San Diego State 9-0, highlighted by a 5-run 4th inning. Kaylee Howard with 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Shea Smith also 3 for 3, 2 RBI and 2 runs. And this one ended on the run rule. Ryan Denhart threw 5 innings of shutout ball as the Lopes improved to 2-2. Well, welcome back inside GCU Arena. I'm Kate Longworth. It is a purple out. And I'll tell you what, it is always special for the Lopes when Jerry Colangelo is in the house. He's become a staple here at events inside GCU Arena, and now he is a fixture on campus, literally. Today, moments before the game and before folks filed inside, the Lopes unveiled this incredible statue of Jerry Colangelo right outside the arena. An incredible sight as President Mueller was on hand to present Jerry Colangelo with a statue, thanking him for all he has done in the community and for what he means to this campus and, of course, to the sports community here in Phoenix. And he has, of course, on hand here a museum and the College of Business, his namesakes, but most of all, he's just dedicated to giving back to the community, and that's what this incredible statue is all about, stating that Colangelo, his integrity and his loyalty is what they remember him for and what he knows. However, they also say, quote, he wants to be remembered for very simple, because he cared. And we know that Jerry Colangelo cares about athletics here on campus, and who cares about baseball here on campus? Well, it's Stanky. That's right. Coming up next on the Lopes Pregame Show, we talk diamonds. Out on the diamond with A&D Stanko, that's coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Water heater failed. She was pregnant. In-laws were coming. A little bit of water, it rocked our world. I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle.
Twitter raffle.
Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show. It's a purple out, and it is time now for the purple pregame party. And we want to remind you that you can be a part of the party tonight, even if you're at home sitting on your couch. We know you have your phone in hand, your laptop nearby, or the iPad. So find us on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag LopesUp. Right now you can see those tweets scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and that tweet could be yours. So join us throughout the game using that hashtag LopesUp. Kate Longworth, welcome you back here. We have plenty to talk about tonight as the Lopes try to get a little revenge tonight on the Aggies. That's behind us on the hardwood. But over at the Diamond at the state-of-the-art ballpark facility here at GCU, baseball's getting underway, and I am joined now by head coach Andy Stankiewicz. Always fun to talk to you about the upcoming season because there's so many promises for this team. Last year, another successful campaign. You guys won the WAC regular season, some nice rings to show off for that. But I know you fell short of getting to the NCAA tournament play. But what do you take away from last year's season?
Well, thank you. It's good to be here, Kate. Thank you for having me. The takeaway is, you always got to get better. As good as the season went early on, we know that obviously it was a disappointing finish. But you learn from it, right? You just kind of pick up and the pieces, and you keep moving forward. And I think the guys have done that. Our staff has done that, and I think it's been help motivating us in the fall. It's like, hey, we want to get really strong and be strong in the end, and keep moving on. And so, but we're here now, and we're excited about the season starting up.
And the expectations still high. You guys once again the preseason pick for the WAC. What are you anticipating specifically when you look at the competition across the conference, and who stands out to you from your team?
Well, I think one of the things we want to grow. We got to get, we got a young, not a young pitching staff, but a new pitching staff, and so we're trying to kind of still figure out some of those roles there. Who'll be starting? Who'll be in the bullpen? We got to begin to figure that out as we get the beginning of the season here. We got an older, more experienced position player staff. We got a lot of guys returning on that end. So that's a good thing. We feel like if those guys can continue just to grow, they don't have to be great, just continue to get better and better each weekend. We think we'll be a team that's older, it's kind of been through the wars a little bit, and so we feel like that'll help us.
And 7 of the top 10 hitters are back, so you guys hopefully will be swinging a hot bat when you step up to the plate, led by Quinn Cotton. What have you seen from him in the offseason? How does he continue to develop his play?
Well, Quinn's got a bit of a target on his back. You know, he had a great year last year as a WAC Player of the Year, and he had a good summer. And sometimes, you start to get all these accolades, and he just got to be Quinn. He just don't try it. And early in the fall, we thought he was trying to do a little bit too much, trying to be kind of someone he wasn't, trying to be this big home run hitter. Quinn's a line drive guy, gap to gap guy. He needs to stay in the middle of the field, and we saw a little bit of trying to lift the ball, and it's just not who he is right now. And so we're trying to get him back. And the alumni game today had a couple nice hits, and so we're starting to see the Quinn of old come back and be a part of us. And so, great young man, he'll handle it well. But we like the guys that we have around him. It's not all about Quinn, and he knows that, and our players know that as well. So I think the team is starting to gel.
Yeah, expand on his supporting cast who's out there.
Well, I think part of the thing with like we talked about, when you're preseason conference player of the year, and, it's a junior year, and sometimes with a lot of ball players, not just here but all over America, junior year you get your name noticed in the papers, and you start to put pressure on yourself. And I think Quinn's gone through a little bit of that, but we got an older group that I think are saying, hey, Quinn, we're fine. You don't feel like you need to carry the whole load. We can play a little bit of baseball too. So I think he's starting to kind of breathe a little easier. It's not up to him, and we've got a great group of guys. They play well together. I get the feeling that they like being around each other, which sometimes sometimes they don't. But I think this group really likes hanging out, and so. But it's about ready to begin, so we'll see.
You guys have a daunting schedule. We know you never shy away from the competition. When you look at some of these fierce ball clubs that you'll be going head-to-head with, what stands out to you? I know we're looking forward to Friday's matchup with Wichita State, which will be on Fox Sports Net, but what else stands out to you?
Well, I think number one, the weekend's going to be tough. Opening weekend tournament, Wichita State, Ball State, and then Stanford. That's Stanford in the West has been one of the best baseball programs historically across the country, and so get a chance to play them on that Monday afternoon. Will be in our ballpark and here at Brazzell. So that's something that's really cool. And then to be able to go to USC weekend too, and again USC, we talk college baseball. I think they have the most national championships in all college baseball, and so to be able to go out to Southern California and play 3-game set, in their ballpark, it's going to be an exciting time.
And home field advantage really rings true for teams across the boards. But when you have this state-of-the-art facility in the GCU ballpark, how does it help support your program, the current guys out there, but also how can you use this as a recruiting tool? Because you continue to get some very strong talent from within the state.
Well, we kind of look at it, it's only going to get better. Everything at Grand Canyon doesn't go backwards. I mean, you know that, right? So as nice as it is, the university our administration is so great about always helping our programs, all of us grow. And so we know that it's going to get better and better. And the new field level seats that are going in, it's going to be kind of cool that the fans are going to be right on the field. They're going to have a bird's eye view of our field level of what's going on, closer to the guys, our guys closer to them. It's just the infield is in great shape. The grass looks beautiful. I don't know of many other college ballparks in America that are better. I really don't.
And I think that's a great invitation for folks out there. Get out and see a game. Season starts on Friday. You can catch it on Fox Sports. Meanwhile, you can catch the action of this basketball game coming right up. We'll wrap things up with a quick trip around the WAC right after this.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
And we welcome you back with some news from the WAC. This is something you don't see very often in basketball, but we have a postponed game due to weather. Seattle University game coming to a close before it even tipped off against Utah Valley. On the women's side, unfortunately, Nicole Powell's team falls victim to the Aggies. They fall 52-81 was the final there, but Deja Daniels did have 9.8 rebounds to her name. All right, meanwhile, in this matchup between the Aggies and the Lopes, it's just moments away. Barry Patel, Scott Williams have the call. Grab that snack, and we'll be right back with all the game action you can handle coming your way right after this.
A local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Where tonight, the Lopes play host to the Aggies from New Mexico State. Welcome to GCU basketball. Alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams, I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. The Lopes, unfortunately, coming off a tough 72-69 loss at UTRGV, making this game even more important.
Yeah, they fell into that trap, unfortunately. They didn't play with the energy Coach Marley wanted to them. They got out-hustled and out-banged inside. 42 points in the paint, far too many for the Vaqueros. Those second-chance points, and they never got their fast break going.
They'll be looking for some players to step up with the absence of Jared Martin. One of them, Michael Finke, had a pretty good game, 10 points, 6 boards.
He was aggressive, mixed in the power, moving without the basketball, a little finesse from the perimeter as well. Has to have a big game tonight.
The Aggies coming in atop the conference at 8-1. Another buzzer beater victory for the likes of the Aggies at Bakersfield in overtime. They are led, at least from the arc, by their junior guard, Terrell Brown.
Yeah, number 3 likes to shoot the 3. Really does a good job finding his space out on the floor. He's quick with his release. He's got unlimited range with the basketball. You have to find him in transition. He's not one of these guys that runs to the rim. He stays out there 23 feet from the basket and knocks it over the top of the defense.
Well, this place is packed to the rafters. It's time to get it started. Let's send it down to our public address announcer, Paul DeNuzer, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena, the home of the biggest party in all of college basketball. For a GCU Purple Out, and tonight's Western Athletic Conference men's basketball matchup between the Aggies of New Mexico State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Steven Strininger, a senior majoring in Christian studies.
Please pray with me. Lord, thank you that this morning we woke up and that we have strength in our legs and breath in our lungs. Lord, we know it's only because of you that we can have those things. Thank you for the game and the sport of basketball, that we can come together in unity and play and compete. Lord, I pray for safety and blessing over each player and each coach and each official in this room, and that it would be glorifying to your name. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Stephen. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with a singing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Northwest Christian High School Chorale under the direction of Kate Estes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
Thank you, Northwest Christian High School Corral.
Wow, they brought their A game on a very big night in Phoenix. It's the Lopes and the Aggies.
Yeah, they did. I got my high tops on. I'm ready to lace them up.
The Aggies on top of this conference, a familiar spot. 8-1, 19-4 overall, winners of 8 straight. Their head coach is Chris Jans. In his second season, 47-10. Here is the starting 5, brought to you by Dignity Health. Hello, Human Kindness. Terrell Brown, Clayton Henry, A.J. Harris, C.J. Bobbitt, and Eli Chua.
We're going to keep our eye on 5'9" junior guard A.J. Harris. This kid is absolutely fantastic. He is so steady with the basketball. Great ball handler. Averages 3.5 assists a game. He can score the basketball, double figures, shooting the basketball well, but looks to get all of his teammates involved.
That is the starting 5 for Chris Jans, coming in riding high. Another buzzer beater victory. Now it's time to introduce you to Grand Canyon University. Here are head coach Dan Majerle's starting 5. Trey Drexel, Damari Milstead, Oscar Freyer, Michael Finke, and Alessandro Laver.
We're going to look at the big man in the middle, Ollie Laver. He's got to pick his game up. I love the 5 assists on Thursday night against the Vaqueros, but he's got to be more aggressive offensively. 4 shots is not enough. Get that basketball inside, put him in the torture chamber, and punish him down low.
The Lopes 14-8, 7-2, a game back in the conference behind these Aggies. They are 9-1 here on their home court after a tough 72-69 loss on Thursday night to the Vaqueros from UTRGV. Dan Majerle in his 6th season. The associate head coach is Lewis Wilson. The assistant coaches are Chris Cremolone and TJ Benson. Director of basketball operations is Jesse Parker. The special assistant to the head coach is Johnny Hill. The video coordinator is Matt Lopez. The graduate assistant is Dylan Hidalgo. Director of sports medicine, Jordy Hackett. And the director of sports performance is Gabe Borland. Aggies swept the Lopes last season. 70-59 here, 74-40 in Las Cruces, and then the buzzer beater by Johnny McCants from half court. Time now for the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game. Sanderson Ford, the best play on the new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Well, on Purple Night, you got to give a shout out to Prince. So Purple Rain, make it rain inside GCU Arena tonight. Drives, post-ups, threes, play fast, no hesitation, no indecision. Let it fly early and often. And then the Purple People Eaters, they got to they got to attack on defense, take bites out of that New Mexico State offense by trapping and switching. Do not let the Aggies get comfy behind that three-point line where they are capable shooters. And then, of course, I'm going to teach you a little bit of something tonight, Barry. The last color of the rainbow is purple. Did not know that, did you? But this is GCU's last best chance to win the WAC for the first time. Got to get this W here tonight. Get a little help the rest of the way down the conference. Crowd's going to bring it. Will the players and the coaching staff give it their all?
No doubt they have bring it. Yeah, the intensity has to be matched by the team against this New England Patriot-like New Mexico State Aggies team. And we are underway in Phoenix. Lopes fans will remain on their feet until GCU hits their first bucket of the half. Finke, back out. Laver's got some time. He's going to lay up a 3. Good! Take a seat!
Well, I like that right there. Got the ball below the free throw line on the wing. Got a weak side screen for Laver. Pops out for the 3. Get the big man going early.
Brown. Lethal from three-point line. Kick back out. Quick ball movement. Long distance for Harris.
Oh, that was good ball movement. They came with the trap out on the perimeter. They swing, got it to the shooter, and he knocked it down. Both teams off to a hot start.
Both delivering their initial blows.
Finke. Bounce pass. Laver takes it to the window.
Nice job cutting to the basket without the ball. Wonderful backdoor pass, and Laver knows how to put it home. He's got 5 early points.
Harris, Bobbitt, Brown, back to Bobbitt, near side. Quick ball movement. Up and off the rim, Freier's there.
Yeah, nice job. No white jerseys inside. Get that ball, get it in transition. You don't have your break, run your secondary break. Get into your offense tonight.
Get it into Laver's hands yet again. Backing in, turning, short. Rebound picked up. Here come the Aggies. Henry.
Well, the message was received by the coaching staff to the team. Get Alessandro Laver going early in this game.
Chua. All the way over to Brown. He's lethal from 3. Doesn't happen there, but the rebound. Oh, stepped out. Chua on the line.
Yeah, Chua goes up on that weak side board. And look at this one more time. Let's go to this. You get a little screen down on the big man. Oh, my goodness. 8 feet for Laver to lace it up and knock it down.
Press inside Milstead. Now they back off.
We'll see some press tonight, I'm sure. They were watching the game on Thursday where GCU had a tough time handling the full court 1-2-1-1 press.
Drexel. Laver looks inside. Finke's covered. Now he finds him. Just inside the arc. Milstead. 8-7 on the shot clock. Milstead up and in.
Oh, nice job by Milstead being aggressive. I thought he was going to swing it along the perimeter, but good job getting that ball inside that painted area where good things can happen.
4-point Lopes lead. Bobbitt. Quick movement again. Harris. Chua all alone underneath. Easy bucket by Bobbitt.
Drexel forgot they were going to double team on the weak side block. He's got to get down low and get him off that glass. He's got to be the crackback guy.
7-5 GCU early on. A packed house at GCU Arena. Finke, Milstead, quick in the corner. Freier off the mark, but off of Chua.
It was so bad that it handcuffed Chua. He wasn't able to get up his hands in time, and it smacked right off his chest and out of bounds. Look at Milstead right there. A little hesitation dribble, hard to the rack. And then I like this right here. You get the double team, but see that guy cutting on that weak side. That's Drexel's man.
Freier threads the needle. Talking to Coach Marley, you heard him in the pregame show. He had a one-on-one with Oscar. Needs to step it up now with Jared Martin out for the season with that knee injury. Brown inside, Chua. Swarmed by Finke and Laver. Kick back out, open look there, and bam goes the Aggies, Clayton Henry.
Both teams are double teaming anytime the ball goes to below the free throw line on that post area or extended post area, and both teams now have been able to capitalize on getting outside shots.
Ooh, careful Milstead, back to Drexel. Bounce, Finke. Finke turns, backs, all the way over to Laver for a 3. Yes!
Well, they are making it rain up in here in the first 4 minutes of this basketball game. Purple GCU basketball team is on fire.
Laver coming to play. Chua backing in. Bobbitt over to the Terrell Brown for 3. That rings out, but the rebound, Bobbitt.
Second chance points earlier in this week against the Vaqueros. Got to do a job of getting it one and done.
Driving all the way past Drexel.
I got 3-point looks, and they've gotten shots at the basket. Got to get them to play in that yard, that area between the point and the 3-point line. They take tough twos.
Torrid pace here in this opening half. Back to Milstead. He wants 3. That doesn't go. Rebound, Chua. Here come the Aggies in the corner, driving baseline. Kicks it back out. Time for A.J. Harris to drain it.
A.J. Harris, that's a nice drive there by Brown. Everybody sucks to the basketball anytime you get that thing down along the baseline like that. Harris is able to knock it down.
Aggies take a 1-point lead. Frank drives, foul.
I think they got him in the act of shooting. Or maybe going to the line for a couple free throws when we return from this break.
15:08 is on the clock. The Aggies have the 1-point lead in a tenacious opening half. Both teams amped up, as are the fans in attendance. This is what a great Western Athletic Conference matchup what you want to see just about every night in this conference, and these two teams definitely bring it. Both teams 5 of 8 with 4 assists.
Yeah, I like that fact that they got 4 assists on 5 made baskets. Doing a real good job sharing the basketball. Both teams backdoor cuts, moving without the ball. And then I like the fact that they're getting that ball below the free throw line. Now both teams are double teaming, and then they're finding the open guy on the perimeter.
Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Hey guys, it must be election time because I'm joined now by the mayor, Josh Braun, in the house. So what brings you back to GCU? I'm guessing this big game.
Yeah, no, definitely. Been following the guys, but got to come home for the big New Mexico State game, right? Tough one last time around, but I think we'll get them again tonight.
How closely do you follow this year's Lope squad?
Oh, I've been following them quite a bit. It was tough the other day with Jared, and feel for him. We actually got lunch the other day, and always watching at home, always keeping up with these guys. Miss being here, of course, and but just want to see these guys. Been having a great year, and hope to see it continue.
And we know your story as Coach Marley's first recruit, so we know how much you mean to this program. But what's the program mean to you?
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
What's the program mean to you?
Oh, it just means everything. They gave me a chance, coming off of injuries, especially out of high school, and just the way they run the program and the opportunities Coach Marley and the staff gave me, and everything this school is and does, and the support that Mueller has for this program and the Havocs and everything else. It means a ton. It's just once in a lifetime experience, and it's something I'm gonna remember for forever. Just really cherish these moments here.
And of course, the Havocs and Lopes fans want to know, what are you up to? What's next?
Yeah, heading to Australia. Signed a contract out in Australia. Be heading here in probably a couple of weeks when my visa gets cleared. So really looking forward to that. Just excited to get back on the court again.
Well, we wish you the best, and I know you have a couple of friends that are good Aussies, so hopefully Jared and Matt will be able to tell you about the lay of the land.
Exactly. Yep. Got to get as much advice from them as possible, right? Lay of the land.
All right, and we will see you soon, and hopefully you bring the Lopes some good luck. Thanks so much. Josh Braun in the house, guys. The Lopes have to win, right?
Well, always great to see you, Josh Braun.
Yeah, what a good dude.
Heading to Perth. Great experience. Representative, rising talent in the WAC. That's short, but Michael Finke trying to get it at his feet. It's on the floor. Battling after it. Man, somebody pick it up. The Aggies finally do. Here they come. Terrell Brown. Drive. Ooh. No whistle, but the put back there by Queen.
Tough break. GCU really scrapping for that basketball and went in. They had 2 guys on the floor, couldn't get off the ground at time, get back in transition. First fast break points of the game go to the Aggies. They're on a 7-0 run.
Turnaround. Too heavy. 3-point Aggies lead. Bobbitt leaves it for Brown. He does likewise. Bobbitt beyond the arc. Driving top of the key. Pushes back. Harris wants 3. Short. Rebound. Drexel.
Drexel does so good job rebounding the defensive glass, coming back from the perimeter, helping the bigs, leads the WAC in defensive rebound.
Drexel doesn't go. Lopes getting chilly here in Phoenix. They're going toe-to-toe with the Aggies. Open look for Bobbitt. He hits it.
Oh, they are hot behind that arc right now. This team is on fire. They're 7 for 11 to start this ball game.
Milstead, bounce pass. Michael Finke, 3 assists in the game so far for Finke. Bounce pass, Labor, back to the bucket, turns. Kicks out Finke beyond the arc. Back to Labor. Trying to drive baseline, doesn't go. 0 for the last 5 of the Lopes. Harris. Bobbitt and Brown beyond the arc. Got to play it tighter because they are draining them from long distance.
Yeah, they're a solid 3-point shooting team, but they are setting those nets on fire right now from behind the arc.
Pass labored at Aure Coachea, but it doesn't drop.
Yeah, Cheeks couldn't get a better look. He's surprised he missed that one himself.
Back out, Labor. Freyer. That doesn't go. Rebound, Finke, foul.
Good job by Finke getting on that glass. Give a lot of credit to the New Mexico State player coming out and bothering Frere on that shot. But look at this one more time. Beautiful pass there. Open man, transition three, and they're getting some good looks behind that arc. Got to chase him off that line.
Drexel, Michael Finke, Labor, they're going to take a break. Carlos Johnson in the game. Blumberg's in the game. Matt Jackson in the game.
Carlos Johnson's been so good at providing offense off that bench last 5 basketball games. He's got to make himself an impact right here. Can't wait to warm up.
Aggies 4 of 8 from the arc. Queen hit one on Thursday from the arc. Milstead with that floater.
Yeah, he does a good job putting that pressure on that defense. He gets them in a position where they're back on their heels, and then he can just loft that floater up over a taller player.
McCants. Long three. Rings out big time. Milstead easily picks it up.
That drag screen. Chooses not to use it.
Milstead again puts it in.
Wow, that's one time they were playing the screen for Milstead to come back off from left to right, and he just kept going left, was able to float that one in. He's got his quick 6 points.
Milstead and Labor 14-16. Picked off, turnover, Milstead playing catch with fire!
Nice two-man break right there. Very unselfish in Milstead. You think those guys did that a few times back in Oakland in high school days?
Going that Moreau Catholic alum, Terrell Brown. There's 3 of them in this game. Says a lot about that school. Driving and a nice bucket by JoJo Zamora. Milstead, behind by Buchanan. Jackson's got some room. Ooh, lost it. Jackson's going to be called.
One more time, double team forces the steal. A little miscommunication on the offensive end, and Frere with the wham, bam, slam.
New Mexico State up by 2 early on in this sold-out GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. There you see it, the statue unveiled of Jerry Colangelo prior to tonight's game. Stay with us.
I can laugh, I can smile, hold my head way up high, baby, it's all because of you, yeah, I've got a new song I can sing.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game is brought to you in part by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here from Phoenix, Arizona, GCU Arena. It's the 2 top teams in the Western Athletic Conference going toe-to-toe.
You get that trap, and there's just no vision. Forces the turnover, and I like how quickly they are able to get that ball into the scoring area. Oscar Frere knows what to do with it around the rim.
Frere, Milstead, Labor have all 18 points for the Lopes. Tim Finke in for Frere.
Yeah, Finke, Blumbergs, Jackson, Johnson. Only one starter left on the floor. 4 guys, got to make something happen. Positive.
Queen drives off the glass, not there, but McCants puts it home with authority.
That's the problem. You give up a straight line drive from the 3-point line. Everybody's got to come over to help. There's nobody to put a body on McCants, and he's free to flush.
Johnson. Look for Milstead. Now he's going to move to his right. Back to Blumbergs. Blumbergs going to put up a 3. Not there. Rebound pulled down by Zamora. Buchanan. Sean Buchanan, the junior guard. Queen. Inside. Shua. Leaning into Blumbergs. Blumbergs got a hand on it. 10 on the shot clock.
One more time, straight drive with 1, 2, 3 guys come to the basketball, and nobody can put a body on McCants.
Buchanan peels off. 8, 7, 6. Buchanan, shot clock, going down to 3, 2. He's going to try to take it, swatted away. Loose ball, Milstead, look out. Back door, almost lost it. Milstead drives. Floater off the glass, not there.
I think they got Milstead on a charge. He wanted to get all the way to the basket, that floater finish, but defense got in position. Look at this one more time by Blumberg. So, oh, excuse me, that was Finke. Finke comes over and swats that one away, and then McCants just gets his feet established before he can get in the air and get that finish.
Milstead takes a seat. Drexel back on the court. Zamora. Zamora, bounce pass inside. Chua, threads around Blumbergs.
That was either good footwork or a travel, but he got around Blumberg like he was a turnstile. Got all the way to the basket with a left-hand finish. After tying this thing up 18, it's all of a sudden a 6-0 run for the Aggies.
Yeah, and they're spreading the love. 7 different Aggies scoring. Johnson. Need to hear from Carlos, Lopes fans. In the corner, Jackson for 3. That rings out. Harris. Queen, back to Harris. Gave him some room.
Can't leave him.
Man.
That's a guy you do not want to leave out there. They're knocking him down right now. 9-0 run. Coach Marley has got to get some of these starters back in the game. In fact, Laver is on the scorer's table ready to check back in next to Paul.
Blumbergs driving. Kicks back out, Drexel. Into Jackson. That doesn't go. Lopes can't find the bucket.
Got to have a stop here. You don't get a stop. You got a good timeout. Get your players back on the floor.
9-0 run here for the Aggies. They lead at 27-18.
Nice
Quickly
strong
up.
board by Jackson.
Finke, 3. Good! Tim Finke.
Every time you get a strong stop defensively and a quick outlet, get a chance to score before that New Mexico State defense can set itself.
8 minutes and counting, opening half. Harris. McCants. Hide by Jackson. Queen covered by Johnson. He finds Chua. Chua pushed out. 6 on the shot clock. He was on the line. Steps out of bounds. Lopes trying to climb back into it after the Aggies have been red hot, especially from the arc. Laver came to play here tonight, though. The Lopes down by 6, but Ollie Laver has played really well. They've got some rotation in here to see if the likes of Blumbergs and others can step up as well for GCU against the top team in the Western Athletic Conference. Barry and Scott back with you here from Phoenix. And talked about Ollie Laver. He definitely responds a little bit better than he has in the past here tonight.
More aggressive.
Yeah.
I think that was the message in practice in the last 2 days and the shoot around this morning was to get him going early. They ran a play design right from the very beginning. A little screen down to get Laver popped out behind the 3-point line, and he knocked it down. And then I love this one right here. Knowing he just hit a 3, this guy's going to close out on him hard. He just puts it in the reverse. He goes right back door. Then a little skip pass across the perimeter. And Laver just canned another one. So off to a quick start. Made Coach Marley very happy. They had it tied up at 18. Lost connection. They had some lulls defensively where players just weren't communicating on Thursday night. That happened a little bit here during this 9-0 run. And then Finke hits that big three, so it stole a little of the momentum back after a 9-0 run, but they got to keep their foot on the accelerator because this New Mexico State team can't score.
Let's take a look at the BSN Sports calendar for GCU Sports. BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Women's tennis, Colorado State coming up. Women's basketball against UMKC on the 14th. Men's volleyball against number 6 Pepperdine. Then baseball getting underway the 15th at the brand new Brazel Field at GCU Ballpark. The Shockers from Wichita State, Ball State, Stanford taking on the Lopes as well on the 18th. Cal Baptist will make their first trip in here as a new member of the Western Athletic Conference on the 21st. Beach volleyball is underway and softball entertains Michigan State. Plenty of athletic events, 21 varsity sports here at GCU. Come on out. Check out this beautiful campus, 20,500 students and growing. Finke on the floor now. Michael Finke, Laver, the bigs back out there. Drexel, Carlos Johnson looks for three. Good for Carlos Johnson, gets on the board.
Nice job right there. They were a little high screens for Carlos Johnson. Isolate him over there in that right wing area. Back-to-back threes for the Lopes. That 6-0 run and cut down that deficit. Now only down to 3.
Last 44 seconds, they've been on that run. It's going back and forth. The Aggies, top team in the WAC. Set it for quite a while. Bounce pass, Bobbitt, can't get it in.
Wonderful job by Michael Finke, working hard on that block and swatting that basketball away, getting that deflection.
Drexel, Laver, looks for 3. Not there, off the mark. Aggies with the rebound. Here comes Henry.
He hit a couple of them. I think it was more of a heat check. All these other guys knocking him down. He thought he was free to fire on.
Bobbitt leaves it there for Zamora. Zamora high by Finke. Rebound. Lopes ball. Went off of Aure Coachea.
You got Finke down there and Laver down there. About 7 feet of fun underneath that basket, fighting hard for that ball.
Aure Coachea battling that knee injury. He had quite the game against the Lopes just about a month ago. Johnson coming off of that three-pointer. Foul.
Tell you what, Johnson about 6 games ago just has flipped a switch and has decided he was going to be the guy coming off the pine that was going to provide an offensive punch. He looks to be aggressive from the outside, not afraid to attack. In fact, I like him best as a player when he's taking it hard to the hole.
Michael Finke leaves it there for his little brother.
Like they used to play on the playground or making back in the driveway, a little 2-2, get some chumps in the neighborhood. Nice job moving without the basketball. Finke to Finke.
8-0 run, cuts the Aggies lead to 1. Bobbitt back to Harris. Harris eyed by Milstead. Harris looking for some room. Steps back, Bobbitt. He's hit from 3, look out. Back to Harris. Motioning. Harris moves to his left, drives up high and in. Big bucket and a drive by A.J. Harris.
How quick is A.J. Harris? He looked like the road runner, and the Coyotes was chasing him, and he got all the way to the basket around 2 Lopes defenders.
Finke takes it off the window and in.
See, the Lopes do a little dribble handoff so often that it lulled the Aggies to sleep. This time he did fake the handoff and just kept right on going to the basket.
Not there for Aure Coachea. Almost picked off. Loose ball it is. Here comes Terrell Brown.
Good foul. Good foul. Only got 2 team fouls. Your team's in a bad way. You got 3 of your players still in the backcourt. Maybe before he gets to that 3-point line, he can get the ball up to the basket, make him take it side out of bounds.
Second on Milstead.
There's one more time here, moving without the ball. It just gives his brother a little eye contact, and he goes right to the rack, put it in reverse off the glass. Finke having an impact. Knocked down the three, and then he goes inside for a bucket.
Finke with 4 assists. Bobbitt, he's hit there before. That's short, but the rebound. Somebody from GCU needs to be on the lights at Clayton Henry.
They gave him 17 second chance points against the Vaqueros. That was a backbreaker, and you can see right now, if you don't put a body on these Aggies, rather, they'll finish at the rim as well.
Reach around there by Clayton Henry, picks up the foul.
Slow in rotation, nobody puts a body on Henry, and he's having a party on the 10th floor. 8 second chance points in this first half.
4:32 to go. Non-stop opening half. Labor all the way over to Tim Finke. Finke driving baseline, way back out. Look out, Labor. Labor to Carlos Johnson.
He wanted that basketball.
He wants a three. That's going to be short. Foul.
Oh, I got Tim Finke on trying to get to the offensive glass on the weak side with the personal foul. Carlos Johnson with 7 seconds to shoot. I think he had a little bit more time to try to probe that defense. He came up short, but it seemed like they've been letting him play a little bit more than that on that weak side of glass.
Brown. Harris. Chua. Bobbitt. Just inside the arc. Brown looks to bounce pass in, goes beyond. It's going to be Lopes' ball. Went past Chua out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he's making it real tough on that entry passers. Once he got a deflection, this time he makes the offensive player throw it so far away, threw it right out of bounds.
Two teams going toe-to-toe in Phoenix. The Aggies up 31-28, 3:49 to go, opening half.
And this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common, all right.
I'm a professional banter.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Welcome back inside GCU Arena, where it is a purple out right now in this three-point game as the Lopes try to close the gap with the Aggies. And just saying that the student body is ready for this game is an understatement. The Havocs in the house just like an armory to every game. But they were prepared for this game starting last night with a big camp out on the quad just outside the arena. It was Camp Elliott, tents were set up, and if you thought this was a choreographed cheering section, well guys, it's because they've been practicing it for the last 24 hours and really for the last several seasons. The Havocs, certainly the sixth man here, bringing the advantage to the Lopes when they are at home. And we heard from the players and Dan Majerle the other night, very disappointed to drop their first loss here at home on Thursday against UTRGV. And so tonight, not only going out there to even the score in the record standings with New Mexico State, but also, guys, they recognize the influence the Havocs have on these games. And you know Dan Majerle each and every game wants to go out there and win because he says this crowd deserves that victory.
Well, they get the support every night from the student body. Oh, Labor.
Bad call. I'm sorry, that's a bad call. Labor was sitting there with a donut and a cup of coffee, setting the pick the way he's supposed, like a big man's supposed to help his guard with that full court pressure. This is a good play right here. I don't understand that one at all.
What is that? What is that about?
Tough break for Labor.
GCU's bench coming on strong. 8-2 run since the 8-minute mark. cut the lead from 9 to 3. Terrell Brown out to Queen. Now in the hands of Harris. Bobbitt driving in the paint. Oh my, back door put away by Eli Chua.
Well, that's exactly what the problem was on Thursday night. These Lopes defenders could not stay in front of anybody with the dribble drive. You go by somebody, you got the defense has got to help. And when you help, that man's going to be open.
Finke for three. Not there. Chua with the rebound. 3 minutes to go, opening half. Aggies back out on top by 5.
In the stance. Oh, no.
Bobbitt. Open look, doesn't go. Drexel.
Miscommunication on finding your man, not staying in front of your guy on the dribble drives. If that continues to happen the remainder of this game, the Lopes will find themselves in a tough position.
Tim Finke.
I like that by Finke. You know, this is a kid who's in his first year. Hasn't played in many of these games of this magnitude, and the moment is not too big for him. He took it hard to the hole, and he made the officials make a call. I mean, in fairness to the Aggies, there's probably a good chance that he was setting outside that restricted area, but because Finke's aggressive, he got the benefit of the call.
Bobbitt will take a seat with 2 personal fouls. McCants comes in for him. Let's need to improve at the line. Tight game like this, they can ill afford to miss from the charity stripe.
And they all add up. I know they missed 4 opportunities late in that basketball game on Thursday night, but these are just as important early in the game when you're trying to get a little momentum going into the locker room.
Queen, just beyond the extended hand.
3 seconds down in that painted area there. Oh, I think they're going to get actually a personal foul on Brown. Yeah, number 3. I thought he called 3 seconds in the paint, but they're going to get number 3, Brown, sticking his butt out on a flare screen. He doesn't like it.
Jans gave him an earful. Frere. Drexel. Harris on him. Up over the top and good.
That's Drexel. And Drexel's got one of the better mid-range games on this team. You got to be able to pull up 1, 2, 3, even 4 dribbles sometimes and get himself on balance.
Hey, he's moving constantly. Chua. Eyed by Labor. Finke comes out. Long toss. Finds Queen. 8 on the shot clock. Harris. 6 on the shot clock. 5, 4. It's got to move. Harris. 3, 2, 1. Chua at the buzzer. Doesn't go. Rebound. Loose ball picked up by Drexel. Under a minute and a half to go, opening half. 3-point Aggies lead. Drexel takes it into the paint. Dishes out. Labor pulls down from 3. Inside, Carlos Johnson. McCants over there. They're swarming him. Threads it out. Back to Labor. Quickly to Frere. Bounce pass into Michael Finke. Back to Frere. He eyes for 3. Bam! Ba-bam! Tied at 33.
Great basketball possession that time by the Lopes. Got the ball changed from side to side. Got it down low in the block. Defense collapsed. Guys get caught ball watching. Going right back out to Frere, and he knocks it down. 5 assists for Finke tonight. Get one more time here. He comes down here. Chua helps out. He tries to dig. Too far to close out for Frere. He's knocked down another 3. Lopes doing a good job. Their half-court set. I love that one right there. Frere moved just enough to give Finke a good passing lane to be able to get that ball on precision where he can go right up and catch and shoot. He loves it.
Great to see Jared Martin animated too. And great to see Oscar hitting a bucket, with boosting his confidence for GCU. It's going to take everything GCU has to battle the top team in the conference.
Yeah, look at Martin there. You know he wants to be out there on the floor against this one. This is a big rivalry game. We wish we had him too.
Inside, McCants got away. Lopes ball.
This place is getting turned up right now. Lopes, hammocks, everybody's excited. They got a chance to play 2 for 1. They can go down and get a quick shot here prior to 30 seconds on the shot clock, and hopefully you can get a shot and then come back and get it the other way if they want.
46 and counting. Tied at 33.
Too late for 2 for 1 now. You get your best shot available.
Drexel, quickly. Carlos Johnson, Drexel. Just inside the arc, Carlos. Bounce pass into Michael Finke. Finke back to Drexel. A 3? No. Rebound. Pulled down by McCants. Left there for Sean Buchanan.
Wolves have a foul to give if they choose. They can foul and make the Aggies have to set their offense a second time. I don't know if Coach Marley will play it that way. If it gets under 6 or 7 seconds, they may choose to foul, make them reset the short game clock.
Aggies looking to make that final shot of the opening half. Looking to take the lead into the locker room. Harris drives off the glass, doesn't go, put back does.
Offensive rebound, second chance points, and hurt the Lopes in early this basketball game as Chua was able to beat the shot clock.
35-33, the Aggies with the bucket at the buzzer, which they're familiar in doing. Let's send it down to Kate.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Dan, the team shooting 50% have been relatively strong on the boards. When you look at the overall first half, what pleases you with the Lopes so far?
Well, they're making their threes. We've shot okay, but we've got to do a better job. Hopefully they don't shoot like that. We got to take away their inside, and then we got to do a better job on the boards. Just like that, they're a really good offensive rebounding team. Can't give them second effort. I think we're playing hard. Just got to do a better job on the boards.
Clearly, this is going to be a battle to the end. In your opinion, what is it going to take for your team to have the edge in this one?
Well, control the rebounds and then start making some shots. Both teams are really talented. They play really hard. Great atmosphere. Great basketball. So whoever wins the rebounding battle will win.
All right, thank you very much. And Dan Majerle, overall, very pleased with what he's seen from his team, but as you guys can hear, very candid as well. He knows this is going to be a fight to the bitter end, and so the Lopes have to keep up that intensity.
Wouldn't expect anything different when you're battling New Mexico State. It's going to go down to the final buzzer. They better be ready. 14:35 on the clock. Kate will be back to count it down before the second half resumes. The Aggies up by 2 over GCU. Keep it right here.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Well, just as expected, it is a nail-biter already here at GCU Arena. A 2-point game as the Aggies and Lopes head into the locker room. GCU has a score of 33 with New Mexico State 35. Both teams playing their hearts out. And the Red Panda entertaining this crowd here on a purple out inside GCU Arena. The Havocs are in the house. The 6th man is in the house. And a very special fixture to the sports in the Valley here. Mr. Jerry Colangelo also in the house. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Lopes Halftime Show. And Mr. Colangelo, I know it's always special for the Lopes and GCU campus to have you out here, but now they will have you out here literally with a beautiful statue that was unveiled today. What did that mean to you to have the pregame ceremony and to see that statue for the first time?
Well, it was a surprise to me when I heard it was going to happen, and then it was a shock to me to see it tonight for the first time, and it's very humbling. And I hope it serves as an incentive to the students in terms of, you know, if you work hard, God has a plan for you, that's true, but if you put the effort in and shoot for it, you got a chance to do something with your life, and I hope it serves as some kind of an inspiration.
And you are a living legacy here, your fingerprint on so much in the sports valley and of course here on campus. But I know for you personally, and we see it on that statue, you just want to be known for what you were just saying. You care.
Yeah.
And why is that?
You know, I don't know. I think that was instilled in me as a young boy. It was more about other people and helping people and doing that kind of thing than yourself. And I'm thankful that I've been blessed with a lot of things in my life, but I've never forgotten where I came from. I've never forgotten what makes me who I am.
Yeah, you've said some great things throughout the years when you have been working with sports teams here, but one of the things you say, the community does not owe you anything,
right?
But you owe everything to the community. Can you just expand on that and how you've seen that come to fruition with what GCU is doing for the community?
Well, no one told me that. No one said this is what you should say. Instinctively, that's how I felt. And so I just shared it. And I meant that. We had to earn our way. And get people behind us, we had to show we really did care.
And GCU has seen your dedication and how much you care for this athletic program, for the College of Business here, and really just for the institution as a whole, for supporting President Mueller. But what does this university mean personally to you?
Well, it means a great deal to me because it's an opportunity for me to give back to the youth, try to share my experiences with them, so that they can have their own creation, their own base, but have something to look at, someone who had been there, done that, and I think you'll learn from those experiences.
Well, it's great to have your lessons throughout campus and to speak with you each and every time you're out here. Thank you so much for the support and the wisdom you bring to these interviews, and of course to here to campus. And now, it's a tough act to follow, but we're going to expect that same wisdom from Scott and Barry when we come back. So we will continue with the Lopes Halftime Show right after this.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit CanyonStateCU.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common... all right.
I'm a professional banner!
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Came through drippin', came through drippin', came through drippin', diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', came through drippin',
with Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon.
Back live at GCU Arena, where the Aggies are on top of the Lopes, 35-33. Hard act to follow with Red Panda.
Woo. She's something else. Woo. Love Panda.
We'll try to do our best here as the Aggies did their best as they took the 2-point lead. They executed right there, right to the buzzer, and they certainly know about hitting shots at the buzzer.
Yeah, they certainly do, whether it's the end of the game or end of the half. One of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation, and one of the top 15 teams. So we got to do a better job keeping them off the glass. They got the -6 in second chance points and the -6 points in the paint as a result.
Can you believe it? The Lopes went to the foul line just twice. The Aggies didn't even go to the foul line. It was really back and forth.
The officials let them play.
Yeah.
I mean, for a couple that we thought maybe were some bad calls, but for the most part, they let the men be men out there.
Let's take a look at our Dignity Health halftime highlights and stats. Dignity Health, hello human kindness, labor from the arm.
Yeah, I love this little down screen there by Milstead. Frees up his big man, pops behind the arms, knocks it down. And then another one over here, swing the cross-court pass, no hesitation whatsoever. He was off to a quick 9-point start, and then going inside there is Queen. And then I love this one right here by Milstead. He had a little floaters. He had that float game working. He had a couple of those floaters there in the first half. Then Harris, too much room. He left the basketball. Clean look. It's a long free throw at that point. He loves it. And I love Carlos Johnson off the bench. They did a nice job off that bench. 3 of the 8 points of that bench bunch. Gave him a nice little pop. And then Henry. Nobody puts a body on him, and he sends it home. Oscar Frere, a little inside-out game. And Frere moving, just sliding to his left. Creates that opportunity, and then Chua right before the half. How many times have we seen the Lopes get burned by these Aggies right before the buzzer?
Oh, they're not going to go away quietly. As you take a look at our halftime stats, field goal percentage not bad. 3-point shooting, both 5 of 13. Rebounding margin in favor of the Aggies.
That's the problem right there. Coach Marley nailed it. He said whoever wins this rebounding battle will win this basketball game. If the Lopes can't get to the line, they better get to the glass. New Mexico State Aggies will eat their lunch.
Yeah, definitely have to improve rebounding. What else do you see from these guys?
Stay in front of the front line drivers. When things happen good for the Aggies, it's because the Lopes are getting beat off the dribble.
All right, Kate will be back with more of our halftime show and festivities from GCU Arena. With the Aggies on top by 2.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am? I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back with the Streets of New York leading scorers from the first half. Streets of New York, pizza, pasta, and more. The Lopes are shooting 50%. Labor with 8 points to his name. Oscar Frere with 7. Meanwhile, for the Aggies, 7 players chipping in on offense. AJ with 11 points. He was 3 for 4 from the three-point range. CJ Bobbitt with 7 points. And as we mentioned, the Streets of New York, I am joined now by owner Lori Glaser as we continue our half halftime show here at GCU Arena, just moments away from tip-off for the second half. Thank you so much for being here. We've been enjoying this partnership that you guys have entered with GCU. And so now I have to ask you, you're out here, I just caught you dancing, you seem to be enjoying this, but what do you think about the environment here at the arena?
Oh, this is amazing. This is exciting. This is enthusiasm. This is what college football should be. Basketball.
Right, right.
I mean, the sport is amazing. The people are incredible. I've never seen this kind of enthusiasm.
Right, and I think, too, what you've seen from GCU is a lot like what your establishment has been able to do. Streets of New York has been operating in Phoenix since 1976. And when you first started, you start with just a dream. Can you imagine it would ever become what it is today?
Incredible. We were such a small town then, and to grow into this and be part of the organizations, the sports teams, it's incredible. This was one hat we did not have, was this college basketball team's hat.
Yes, and you are the official pizza of the D-backs, the Suns, Coyotes, Mercury, now GCU. What does it mean to you, and why is it important for you to give back and support the sports programs here in the Valley?
Well, so much of it is our marketing and who we are in the Valley. Pizza is so fabulous. It's a comfort food. It's loved by all. And to be part of this, oh my gosh, this population of young people, we're proud of it.
What is it like to have that partnership with GCU, given what they have been able to do for the community here in Phoenix?
Number one, I have grandchildren. I'd love them to be part of this organization, and they are up and coming into it. But what I'm seeing today and the growth of GCU, and it's amazing. It's amazing. This enthusiasm you don't see everywhere.
No, it's deafening in here, as you know. It's a great game, and we're just 30 seconds away from tip-off. Thank you so much, Lori, for being here. I know GCU appreciates the partnership. And now, guys, I think the Lopes fans here in the house, the Havocs, they would appreciate a victory as the Lopes try to rebound after that Thursday loss. They're keeping it close, and we're expecting a battle to the end. Take it away, guys. It's a 2-point game. What are you expecting in the second half?
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Lori. As, it'll take every effort they have to knock off the Aggies, who come in 8-1 in the conference, winners of 8 straight, coming off of that 71-70 buzzer beater win on Thursday at the Accardo Center in Bakersfield.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Lopes down there, and Lopes are up 75-74. The buzzer beater to beat them there in 77-75. So it's one of these things where you buckle up. This place is on fire right now. The fun factory's rocking and rolling. It's going to take a Herculean effort out of this Lopes basketball team here in the second half. And you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And these Aggies right now, they've proven they've been the best time and time again in this Western Athletic Conference. So give them your best shot here for 20 minutes.
Lopes fans remain on their feet until GCU hits that first bucket, but it belongs to the Aggies. Harris to Clayton. Henry leaves it there for Brown. Now to McCants, back to Brown. Their leading three-point shooter. McCants beyond the arc. Henry. 8, 7 on the clock. 6, 5. Gonna have to move. Look for Harris.
Oh, he threw it into the first row. Good job defensively by the Lopes on that possession. They never let that ball get below the free throw line, something the Aggies were able to do a number of times. Well, here we go. Here's his full court press. We thought we'd see this tonight because the Lopes struggled with full court pressure on Thursday night. You know the coaching staff has been scouting that basketball game very close to see how they can do it.
Drexel leads for Michael Finke. Looked for Frayer. Covered heavily there. Finke moves to his right. Now steps back beyond the arc. Eyed by McCants. Into Laver. Laver back to Drexel. Millstep quickly. Frayer for 3. Not there. Ooh. Finke. Quick feet got out of the way.
They reset that shot clock. Did that ball graze that rim? I guess it must have. Fresh 30 seconds for the Lopes to work. This is where they've been so good. That baseline out of bounds play the coaching staff has and really paid dividends for it.
Redo for the Lopes. Bounce pass. Frank. Waiting. Off the glass. Doesn't go. Almost a hoop and a half.
Yeah. How about that? Was one of those toilet bowls that you back when you were a kid. It went all the way around, and then somehow it seemed like it stayed on the rim an eternity. And just wouldn't find the hoop. More times than not, those go in. I can't believe that spun off the back of the rim.
File those things down a little bit. Crucial at the free throw line here in the second half.
No problem. He calls the line. That one was nothing but back rim and down. Tie this one up with a bucket here. Lopes score first.
Tied up. Lopes fans able to take a seat. The older Lopes fans welcome that. The students and the Havocs, they're on their feet.
Yeah, they're not going to won't sit down the whole half, will they?
Take the seats out.
They were out here as loud as I've ever heard them an hour before game time.
Camping out strong. Champ Elliott driving. Oh, Harris. He's strong, but the rebound comes down to Labor.
Oh, Labor snaps that ball. He wanted it more than everybody else.
Drexel. Back out. Man, Harris got some afterburners. Milstead goes around. Kick back out. Finke for three. Bam!
Yeah, Milsteady out there. Handles the pressure, beats the pressure. Gets that ball going to the basket, gets that defender just to creep in enough for Finke to be able to knock down that triple.
First lead for the Lopes since it was 12-10. Bounce pass. Henry off the rim. Loose ball, Milstead. Frayer quickly, Finke for three.
Well, we talked about Michael Finke having to step up and improve his scoring average. Back-to-back threes. Almost was a replay. Look at this place.
Jens wants a timeout.
He's got to get a timeout because the lid's about to come off of this bar right now. And great job by the Lopes. Coming out of the locker room with some intensity and some energy. Even got the big fat head of Finke going into student section.
The clean cut. Fat head. Lighted up here in the early part of the second half from the arc.
Well, they're doing a nice job sharing the basketball. That was the first one. That probably set the tone right there. The guys were going to be unselfish with the basketball. They had 4 assists on 5 field goals to start this basketball game. I love that one. It was just good defensive rebound and kicking ahead with the pass. And then Carlos Johnson, we talked about how good he's been the last half dozen basketball games. And one by Frere, another kick in the corner to Finke. The half-court set, and then this one here in transition. Little swing down there to Mr. Finke, puts it home. Finke in this basketball game now with 8 points and 5 assists. He's having himself a night.
Well, we talked about players needing to step up in the absence of Jared Martin. They definitely are seeing it here from the likes of Labor and Michael Finke here tonight. Head coach Andy Stankiewicz and the GCU baseball team open the season against National Power Wichita State next Friday, Brazel Field at GCU Ballpark. Coach Stankiewicz's squad has been selected to win the WAC in the coaches preseason poll. Returning WAC Player of the Year, Quinn Cotton, along with 5 other starters. Can't get to the game? Be sure to watch live on Fox Sports Arizona starting at 5:30 with the Lopes pregame show. Fox Sports Midwest also carrying that game, as well as Fox Sports College Atlantic.
Marley sends all of his starters back out there. Hey, we got the mayor, now we got Javon Estelle in the house.
Positive energy in the building.
Hey, I tell you what, that was one hard-working young man right there. I enjoyed his spirit so much, I hired him to work my basketball academy, and he's doing a wonderful job over there. His team, the AAU team he's got, just won the championship.
Oh, nice. Near side, Henry. Chua. Back out, Harris. Look out. 7 on the shot clock. Lopes trying to apply pressure. Brown. McCann. It's a long 3. Big rebound. Pulled down by Trey Drexel. Flair. Back to Drexel. Lopes looking to open up this early lead in the second half. Drexel not there.
Labor again with the illegal screen. He doesn't like it. He was really going out to the official. Let's take a look at it one more time. Officials saying he sticks his rear out after the defender goes by. I don't know if I see it that way.
Come on. If an Aggie player did that, I think that was a lame call too. Come on. Harris. Henry. Bounce pass, McCann. Oh, wow, that's a big stop.
He wanted to take that thing to the hole, but he knew he was supposed to swing it. And then he realized about halfway through the motion, he didn't even get back to the half-court line when he got a substitution. Coach Jansen, no, we will not have that.
He had a pretty big lane
job.
There. He had a pretty big lane there. That was pretty juicy. I can't blame him.
Us bigs, we always want to be able to take off and put that ball on the floor. And
Poor guy's got to sit down,
Yeah,
too.
he got his chain yanked on that one.
Man.
Back to the bench.
These fans happy to see him take a seat after that buzzer beater. Old Finky, big rebound. Chua. Harris quickly. Bonnet. Harris. Queen. Down. Ooh, Milstead almost got a hand on it. Bonnet back. Harris. Underneath. Chua picked off. Drexel. Ooh, it slides out. 9 on the shot clock.
What a hustle by Drexel. Huh? He comes flying. That's what I was talking about. The guy that's got a crack back. He got beat one time in the first half. He said, not this time. Comes over, gets a hand on that ball, then dives for it like Pete Rose going into third base.
Oh, that was good, yeah. Harris. Loose ball. Somebody. Queen picks it up underneath. Sloppy.
Second chance points, hurting the Lobes tonight. Now, this is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation. All right, so give credit where credit is due. They send bodies to the boards. Right now, the Lobes can't ill afford to have any more of those second, third opportunities around the glass.
Surprising anybody. Good ball movement. Labor trying to move on Chua. Wow, looks like Bobbitt.
Yeah, Labor playing in the crowd that time. He likes that up and under. Very successful late in that game against the Vaqueros when they Lopes into the big basket. Tried to go to it again, just too much body contact.
Send it down to Kate Longworth with a special guest.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined by the 1993 AL Rookie of the Year, Tim Salmon, who of course spent much of his time here in his collegiate career in the Lopes uniform. So what brings you out tonight to catch Dan Majerle in this basketball program?
Oh, it's just exciting. Big game. I mean, you know, my wife and I are empty nesters. Finally, we get to come back and visit our alma mater and see all the excitement. And it's so amazing how much this place has changed since I was here.
Right, and you and your wife, Marcy, she was a cheerleader here. You guys met at GCU. When you look now at what the athletic programs across the boards have become, what have you seen and change, improvement, and the impact it's had on the community?
Well, it's been amazing. I mean, Brian Mueller, they've done a great job bringing Colangelo in. Obviously, you see what's going on in the basketball program with Marley. Andy Stankiewicz, he's done a fantastic job with the baseball program. I know all the other sports have done it as well. I think going Division I's been huge. They've been able to attract all those kids from around the country, California in particular, and the athletic program, it's just off the charts. And I couldn't be more proud and excited and, you know, proud of my heritage and being a Lope.
And I know we had a chance to talk last year out at a baseball game and the unveiling of the new GCU ballpark. What were your initial thoughts when you saw the facility they have here to play baseball?
You know, I just had to laugh because I'm thinking, this is pro baseball. This is the minor leagues. I didn't play in a stadium that nice until I got to the big leagues for the most part. So it's just so fantastic to see all the new construction going on around, all the beautiful brand new buildings. And my wife and I say all the time, I wish I could be a student today. I mean, it all worked out pretty good back then, but wow, to be a student today would be amazing.
And you throughout your career were always a fan favorite, so you had a great interaction with the fan base. From a player's perspective, what can it mean to have this behind you?
Yeah.
How does it impact your play?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you come home and you play behind a crowd like that, it energizes you. I mean, over the course of a season, you get worn down. And, you know, other than the first game of the year when there's that natural excitement, you know, every day you got to get up to play. And when you come home against the big, you know, the big rivalry games, it really helps to have the fans behind you. Kind of gives you a shot in the arm midway in the season, maybe late in the season when you're starting to, you know, you're running on fumes at that point.
All right, I'll let you get back to the game, but thanks so much for joining us. And Scott, I know you and I, growing up in Southern California, big fans. of what Tim Salmon was able to do out on the diamond.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Love Salmon.
We'll be out at Brazel Field at GCU Ballpark for the opener on the 15th.
Queen. You're going to get me some tickets. Come on, I told you baseball is my first love. You've never gotten me tickets to a ball game.
You want to come out anytime you're invited.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that.
Yep. 6 p.m. first pitch, Wichita State Shockers. Might be a little chilly. I know how you like it nice and warm and cozy.
Dude, yeah, I'm not going any cold games. Get that. These games are too long.
Might be in the 60s.
They're playing in April and May, won't they?
Yes, they will.
Right.
Up high, Chua, put back.
Chua's just so efficient around that basket. Uses his length so well. Right hand, left hand, doesn't matter. I wish I had hair like that, too.
7 offensive rebounds for the Aggies, 14 second chance points. 2-point lead.
Off of Drexel's knee.
Lost it.
Yeah, that's a good job defensively. See, the 6-point deficit to the Aggies answered nothing. They were down 9 points with 82 seconds to play on Thursday night, came back to win. So a lot of time left. They realized that as that replay of a good finish by Chu on the other end. They're going to be right here at the end, regardless of what the score is. They will play hard to that final buzzer. Heck, they've already won 3 at the buzzer this year. They know they're always got an opportunity.
Harris, so strong with the ball.
Yeah, but a good job with Milstead getting back in front.
Went through prayer, a little nutmeg there. Harris looking to drive, picked off. Carlos Johnson, good D there underneath.
I want to see CJ do something really good with the basketball here.
Johnson drives, doesn't go, foul is committed.
But you gotta like that he did not settle for that outside shot. He saw that he could use his jets and wheels and move over to the right side of that lane. He had a little crease in which he could fight to the basket and get that body contact. Good job by CJ.
Every free throw, every opportunity.
Look at this, there's no Lopes players on the free throw line with Carlos Johnson at this point right now. That always used to bother me when I was a shooter. I'm like, hey, where'd my buddies go?
Where are the hand slaps? Doesn't go on the back end, needed that support apparently.
I don't understand that if they fell back. Obviously, they don't want to give up an easy bucket, but plenty of time to get somebody back.
A little energy.
Possibly.
They are non-stop. Floater doesn't go. Loose ball picked up. Brown, loose ball again. Laver. Boy, they were there though once again with the Aggies.
They had a chance. They keep going to that glass, don't they? Relentless.
Laver backing in on Chua, not giving him much. Milstead stopping, floating, short. Queen with the rebound. Brown doesn't have a point. Their leading scorer coming in with 12 points. Milstead can't come up with it. Back out, Queen, and Milstead missed an opportunity. Floater, not there. Loose ball, Milstead. A little sloppy on both sides. Laver will leave it there for Freyer. Freyer taking it, driving, up high, off the glass. Ill-advised shot.
I'll tell you what, both teams are taking it to the basket, but they're not being able to come up with any buckets. Gotta love that aggressive play.
Buchanan, McCants, Chua, back to McCants. What a play. Give and go, nobody home except McCants.
Yeah, that ball is that close. It's gonna be tough for anybody to come over off the weak side and help. That's one of the ones you just say, you're gonna have to stay with your man. I gotta stay with my guy until he clears the painted area. I can't just leave him wide open at the front of the rim.
Foul doesn't go. Lopes trying to hold on to this 1-point lead.
I understand wanting to double team the post, but the way the play is you got to stay with your guy until he gets past the front of the rim and starts to get beyond and going out the other way. If you go too soon, he's just going to go right to the basket and lay the ball on the hoop.
Are you saying that Michael Finke should have?
Finke's got to stay with his own guy until he gets through the basketball scoring area. He left while he was in the strong side scoring area. There's no way the weak side defense can come over and help.
Changes, Labor, Michael Finke take his seat. Tim Finke, Matt Jackson, Blumberg's in there with Milstead and Jackson. Seen limited action, kind of hampered with that knee injury, no doubt, is Ivan Aure Coachea.
Great game. I like calling him Cheech.
Well, that would be the easy way out.
Easier on the tongue.
Ivan might be. Shout out to Adam Young. He's got to call Ivan's name every game.
All right, up 3, 12 minutes to go. A stop here could be obviously huge. Keeping that momentum on the low side.
Brown looking for that first bucket. McCants. Ooh, loose ball on the floor, kicked back out.
Down on the floor trying to scrape that ball away. Oh, double dribble. But I got a foul. Oh no, got a foul down there on one of the Lopes defenders.
Drexel called for the foul. Lopes up by 3, 44-41, 11:46 to go, second half. The Aggies coming in atop the WAC at 8-1. The Lopes just a game back.
Armed Forces heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game is brought to you in part by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth. And the honor bestowed again for Jerry Colangelo prior to the game. The statue outside the front entrance to this arena.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Jerry holding the basketball out there. Got a championship ring on there, too. I love that. It's a good-looking statue.
Looks a little emotional, doesn't he? A standing ovation just bestowed for Mr. Colangelo. Well, that ring, that's a big ring. He's got a few of them.
Yeah, that was his daughter, not his wife.
Joan's here.
I think Joan would be. Joan would be happy. I think his daughter might be not so. I got to correct myself. That's his oldest daughter. All right, back to basketball here. Lopes, I'll tell you what, another nail biter here in the Fun Factory.
Would you expect anything different? At least
fumbled that one, didn't you?
You recovered quite well.
Oh, no!
Oh, man, that was money for the Aggies.
A little loop right out of that stack and took a page out of the Lopes book there. The high handoff right at the rim. Great play.
Wow, right out of the break.
Jan staff assist on that one.
Definitely an assist. Johnson weaving, driving, charge, Johnson.
You would never know Jared Martin's got a torn ACL, but look at this one more time. You just spin him right out of that stack set there. Nobody can. Carlos Johnson gets caught being a jersey chaser. Throw that high handoff. There's nobody can stop that play. Marty didn't like that charge call either. Jared Martin jumped off the bench with a torn ACL, protesting the call.
Ooh, just kept in by Brown.
Brown's so quick with that basketball. I think it's supposed to be in the front row.
Buchanan, McCants back out. Fighting, bustling, tap back. Looks like Green.
Yeah, it's getting to the point like one of those hockey plays where they just dump it into the zone and then guys go in there and chase to try to get it in the net. That's what the Aggies are doing here, getting it up on the rim and just crashing the basket.
Ooh, Drexel. Foul called. Buchanan.
One more time here. And I'm just going to get it up and then I'll tip it back in. You got to put a body on it, move those guys away from the basket. They're long and they're strong, and they're making their physical attributes a huge part of this game in the second half.
9 offensive boards for New Mexico State, 16 second chance points. Drexel. Tim Finke, bounce pass, Jackson, turnaround. Not there. Oh, Tim Finke
got the inside position and
up over the top.
It was McCants that came over. McCants couldn't believe it because McCants is inside and Finke comes back and rebounding outside of position, and McCants just gets that arm on Finke's shoulder and pulls him down.
Oh, Tim Finke hustle on that.
Yeah, you know what? That's what these Aggies have been doing, getting on that glass. It's nice to see one of those guys off that bench paying attention, say, I'm going to go do the same thing when I get in the game.
Carlos Johnson not going to be able to put it home, but there's a foul committed.
Wonderful pass inside there, close quarters and passing with precision. Good job, but that was Tim Finke once again, and taking that foul, slapping that away before Johnson could throw it down.
Queen picked up his 3rd personal foul. Every free throw critical. Johnson 1 of 3 now as the team is 5 for 9. And I can't believe, looking at the stat monitor, that the Aggies have not been to the line.
Got it back up at 45. And remember, on Thursday we had a lot of ties and lead changes in that one. See here this final 10 minutes and 15 seconds, who's going to be the one to put their foot on the throttle and try to move out, keep the lead for the remainder of the game. I'm hoping it will be the Lopes with a stop here.
McCants.
This is what used to drive me crazy as a player. When the officials called the game in the first half, we said they let them play like men, and then the second half they start calling these fouls. Well, it's tough for the players to adjust. He said, we used to be able to do that 20 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it's a foul in the second half. Players have to adjust, but as a player, it is a tough thing to do, especially in a game of such, importance, that make a mid-correction in the middle of the game.
Looks like maybe Jackson did have that arm kind of hooked up a little bit. Buchanan, McCants, loose ball. It's going to be Aggie's ball. Is it? Here to go off Blumberg.
Yeah, Blumberg came down there and poked that thing away. Nice job. Only 6 seconds for the Aggies to shoot. I'm sure the Lopes will be ready for that baseline out of bounds play that they throw up to the rim.
Harris to inbound. 6 on the shot clock for the Aggies. Look out. Last time they did this, McCants. Oh my, I thought he hit the ball.
Yeah, Mac Jackson slapping down, getting a little rest there. Anytime you start slapping down at that basketball, it's going to look like a foul. 3rd one on Jackson. But only the 6th team foul. Actually, both teams now will be in the 1-and-1 situation for the remainder of the game, and we never even got close to that in the first half.
McCants comes back out on top, look down low, but it's picked up by Jackson into Johnson's hands. Knotted at 45. Johnson drives. Tries to dish it out, doesn't get enough on it. Brown, the first three attempt, put back again. This time, Clayton Henry. These trailers, you would think the Lopes would get the message.
Not going to have to look too closely at this stat sheet at the end of the game if the Lopes don't come up with a win here to see where they lost this one. Offensive rebounding, second chance points, just killing the Lopes. This quick shot here by Brown, who loves to pull the three in transition, and a bunch of guys watching the basketball, not finding it. Players coming in from the weak side to rebound the ball.
Lopes came out on top here early on in the second half. They trail now by 2. They're 0 of their last 5. No field goals the last 8:27.
Sometimes you just have to be the guy that puts a body on a body, not worry about you getting the rebound. Just find guys that have room to operate and get to that glass. Just go get them and box them out. But this is a strength of this New Mexico State team. They go to the glass hard. See 3 and 4 guys sometimes down there around that offensive board and constantly moving people around trying to tip that ball away. Nice job with that package, guys.
Plenty of action in top 25 college basketball. Tennessee on top, Duke, Virginia, Gonzaga, Kentucky, Nevada, Michigan, UNC going to overtime to beat the Miami Hurricanes. Scott Williams.
Yeah, took a big 3 by May to send that game to overtime with 5 seconds to go on the clock. They were able to prevail, and I'll tell you what, Kansas had a good win day as well. And I tell you that they had the releasing for the seeding for the first 16 teams in the NCAA tournament. It's going to be a strong field.
Lopes looking to put an end to their drought. Harris called for the foul.
And now once one guy calls a foul, another guy sees that he's got to call a foul. And this is another little kind of a touch foul.
Yeah, this one.
Now it's resulted in players starting to go line.
I think you're right, though. They probably would have let it go in the opening half.
They would have let that go in the opening half. And who wants to see a bunch of free throws in a game like this down the stretch? You want to see the players decide this game out on the floor and keep the officials. Hopefully they can figure out a way to back themselves out of the corner that they seem like they've painted themselves in here with 9 minutes to go.
Tied up at 47. First personal foul for Harris. Henry. McCants. Brown takes it back. Trying to feed McCants. Oh, man. Man, you could see that from way up here.
Yeah, we can see that play
that just can't happen if you're GCU.
Nah, I don't know if it was Finke or Labor, one of those guys. They lost the big McCants. He was snuck in behind the defense, but what an entry pass. Slipping that ball low down below the knees of all the defenders, and McCants sure handily grabbed that basketball. Habits are giving them the business at the line.
Just 47% free throw shooter. Johnny McCants hits the front end. Las Cruces native. 6'7", 225. Redshirt sophomore. Leads the team in blocks with 15 coming in.
A little pressure after a missed free throw here. A little 2-2-1 press.
Michael Finke.
Now you've broken the press. Can you get into your offense? That's what they couldn't do very well on Thursday night. I'm sure it's an emphasis in practice over the last 2 days.
Finke in and out. Brown.
My goodness, that ball was halfway down.
Harris stops. Falls. McCants. Back out. Henry. Henry backing up. In front of his head coach. Inside. McCants. Inside, oh, what a move on Labor. Wow. If you're a basketball fan, you can't believe that didn't drop. Back to Brown, looking for his first bucket, and he finds it from the arc, where he is lethal.
Second chance opportunity, though. He forced him into a tough shot, can't come up with the rebound. Now he throws it back out to Brown. He's got nobody within 10 feet of him.
51-47, the Aggies on top, 7:30 remaining second half. Finke pulls down, drives. McCants on him. Turning, goes to his left, and a teardrop.
Oh, what a second half this young man is having here. Beautiful move there. Took his time, had patience. Love this little pump fake. Get the shot blocker in the air and then go back up as he's coming down.
Harris way out. Bounce pass. What a feed to Clayton Henry.
Get a three-point shot. Now you get caught overplaying on the wing. Nice execution of the backdoor play.
Good grief. What an executed play. Well executed that was. So is that Milstead off the window.
His second time tonight, he's gone away from the screen and put that ball all the way to the basket.
Henry. Brown. McCants. Henry looking to drive. Carlos Johnson shut it down. McCants, 8 on the shot clock. 7. Harris. 5, 4, long 3 for Harris. Big rebound, loose ball, Johnson. Aggies, 2-point lead. Here come the Lopes. Milstead comes back out near side. Carlos Johnson up over the top to Laver. Laver trying to move in. Johnson back out. Milstead.
It's a mismatch right now. Milstead's got to make him pay.
Goes right. Stop. Floater. That is off balance. Doesn't go. Harris quickly to Brown. Back to back. Yes.
Oh, Brown so diddly behind the arc. Couple trays in the last couple minutes. And Aggies take a 5-point advantage.
Looking for the knockout blow of the Aggies. 5.5 to go here in Phoenix. Johnson back out. Milstead. Finke for 3. No. Rebound. Laver finds it. Back to Finke. Yes! Bam, bam, bam!
Nice job by Ollie Laver getting on that glass. Used his size advantage down there. Just said, I got to have that ball.
Crowd inspired with the bucket. Wolves still down by 3. Brown, who has hit back-to-back threes, gets on the board here in the second half. Double team. Kick back out. McCants back to Henry, looking for 3, off the mark. Oh, McCants beyond the extended hand of Finke, and the 3 is drained like butter by Brown, and he is woken up here.
Yeah, he is on a roll. His second chance opportunities. These guys have got to figure out a way. I know Finke went flying back there to try to get on the glass, but a long shot produces a long rebound.
Long time without a whistle here. Finke to Tim Finke. Charge. Timeout on the floor. Damari Milstead with 12 points in the game for the Lopes. They'll be looking for him to step up. Marley loses his coat. As this one is getting down to the nitty-gritty here. We had quite a break there where we didn't have any whistles until the Lopes, now the Aggies. And how about Terrell Brown? You don't hear from him, and then he hits 3 in a row from the arc.
Can't count that guy out. He's a dead-eye shooter out there. Got to run him off that arc, but you mentioned it, Milstead. He's been fantastic in this one, as late too. He's doing a nice job using his bigs in these pick-and-roll situations. He's put a lot of pressure on the defense by taking the ball to the basket. I love this little float game tonight. It's been fantastic. Little mid-range shots right in there. Defense has a tough time covering that. And that's probably the best one right there, going away from the screen. Look at this one here, end of the game in January, and got to get a stop. He's out there pressuring that basketball and snatches it up and off to the races. That Lopes were looking real good at that point. 2 back-to-back steals. This one here gave him a 3-point advantage, I believe it was, and Lopes thought they had that one won, but they're going to take. It's going to take an effort like that. As they're at a 6-point disadvantage, they're going to have to get some turnovers, some easy buckets.
Send it down to Kate
We're
Longworth.
going to take a quick trip around the WAC. We know how important this game is right now. The Lopes get the win, and then we'll see that New Mexico State and GCU will be tied atop of the division. However, UTRGV right now 16 trailing to Bakersfield. They have 28. Bakersfield strong at home, 9-2, and of course trying to bend for the loss they just suffered at the feet of the Aggies in that overtime loss on Thursday night. Cal Baptist, Kansas City knotted up at 11, and here's something you don't see very often in college basketball: a postponed game due to weather. That is because, of course, northern part of the United States getting hammered right now with a lot of snow. Seattle University had to postpone that game. And on the women's side, Nicole Powell's team unfortunately comes up short. GCU falling in the hands of the Aggies, 81-52, a final there at New Mexico State. GCU struggling a bit on the road, but Deja Daniel having a strong outing with her 9 points, 8 rebounds. And New Mexico State strong showing as Brooke Salas came up with a triple-double. All right, and guys, we know how important this game is. It's down to the end. We saw Dan Majerle having to take off his jacket. To say it's getting heated up in here is, to say the least. The jacket's back on, so this means business.
I thought he might have ripped the jacket. I think he might have. 24-9, second chance points out in the paint. 34-20 the margin for the Aggies. And they're out rebounding the Lopes by 10, 32-22. 6-point Aggie lead. Harris. Queen. Bobbitt. Brown. Look out. Inside the arc. Back out. Queen. Bobbitt on the near side. Eyed by Finke. Harris. Milstead came out for some sport. 3-2, a long three by Brown. Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Aggie fans.
Played 29 seconds of great defense, and then Brown knocks down a 30-footer just to beat the shot clock.
Monroe Catholic. The alums must be loving it. Finke. This three doesn't go. Aggies smelling victory here with 3:20 to go. Harris, he wants some. Big rebound.
Good job by Drexel. He's going to go to the line, shoot some free throws. Can't get anything to go from the field. Got to get to that free throw line. Score with that shot clock, game clock stopped.
3:15 to go. 62-53. The Aggies on top of the Lopes. We'll take a timeout. Be back with the final moments here from Phoenix.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
62-53, the Aggies on top of the Lopes, and who woke up in the second half but Terrell Brown. 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, 12 points all on behind the arc. This is the one that got him going, feeling good right there. A little penetrating pitch, and he just dribbles into his rhythm on that one. And the other one there just slow to close out on a guy that just hit 2 3-pointers. This one here, he's got to pat him on the back and tell him it's a great shot. That one there was to beat the shot clock out to the Lopes that played 28 seconds of great defense. Now this is where they got to go to the line. Drexel's got to eye that stripe, man up, and make a couple free throws here.
First visit to the free throw line for Drexel. Nine of 13 are the Lopes. from the charity stripe.
Cool is the other side of the pillow. Back ribbon down for Drexel. It's down 7. A lot of time left. One stop at a time.
Harris, Brown. Frayer on him a little tighter. Brown's going to drive. Kicks it out, though. Bobbitt. Big rebound. Again on the offensive boards. It's the Aggies. This time they don't connect, and Labor picks it up.
I'm a little surprised they didn't reset their offense and try to burn some time off of that clock after that offensive board.
Milstead to Finke. Tried the needle off the glass.
I don't know how Milstead found Finke. He was getting pressured, and he did a great job getting the ball to the cutting Finke. 2-possession game.
Queen. Chua. Line by Labor. Trying to move in on Labor. Tried to look for Bobbitt on the floor.
Was that Finke down there on the floor fighting for that ball? Looked like he was trying to. Oh, good, because he was trying to call a timeout on the floor. The officials didn't give it to him, but he just threw it right off of Finke's knee, and he went down like a bear in a stream grabbing a trout. Got that basketball.
Well, the Lopes trying to mount this comeback to get into the game. Milstead off balance.
Oh, Finke again battling on the weak side board. He wasn't able to come up with it, but one of the Aggies had to slap it away. Marley wants a timeout to draw play. One more time, kind of a little reckless there by Milstead, but Finke was down there battling 2 Aggie players for that ball.
So 2:05 on the clock. 62-57. Upcoming games for GCU on the road, the 14th and the 16th. Travel to UMKC, Chicago State. Back here at GCU Arena on the 21st. Welcoming in the newest member of the Western Athletic Conference, California Baptist Lancers. And then a break in the schedule a bit, so they welcome in Eastern New Mexico. Close it out at home against Bakersfield, and it's the WAC tournament. If you haven't got your tickets, you better secure them now. Orleans Arena is going to be rocking. Always a good time in Las Vegas. From what I understand, you can enjoy yourself there.
I've never been to Vegas.
No, you've never been there.
I'm lying. I love Vegas. Okay, that's an adult playground.
Milstead. Frayer. Bounce pass. Michael Finke. Trying to back in on Bobbitt. Looking to turn. Looking to drive. Doesn't go, but he got the foul.
Oh, Michael Finke has been the man. Coach Marley normally draws up a play for Labor down the stretch when he needs a good basket. But this time he isolates Finke down on that block, and Finke takes his time. Does a nice job, a little bit of an up and into the defender and create that contact.
First trip for Finke to the line. 15 for Michael Finke.
Wow, the Lopes were down 9. You were thinking they might be dead in the water. They have come roaring back. Chance to cut this thing to 3 with a Finke free throw.
Jans is going to get McCants back into the game.
He delivered. How about that? Coach Marley put the hand in his 5th year, or the ball in the hands of his 5th-year senior, and he delivered. Lopes on a 6-0 run to cut it to 1-possession game. The Havocs are going bananas.
Michael Finke trying to get this crowd on their feet, and he's successful. Here come the Aggies. They're not going away quietly. Look out.
Don't let Brown shoot a 3.
Frayer's on him. Brown comes inside the arc out to Queen. He can hit it from the 3 as well. Looking to move. Oh, look out. Underneath. Oh, it doesn't go, but a foul's committed.
That's not a bad foul. It's a great pass. Got that ball over to the weak side. Labor says that no way you're going to be allowed to dunk this one. A lot of body contact. You're going to have to go to the stripe and earn 2.
Beautiful pass by Queen. No look.
Chua going to the line. Chua's a 71% free throw shooter. That was
Yeah.
He likes to get the ball. He gets the ball and he likes to get it shot quick before the fans have a chance to get too loud. But I think they're hip to it this time.
In and out. Under a minute and a half. 4-point Aggies lead. Milstead. Back out. Labor for three. Oh, speak it into existence.
Side pick and pop. Started the game with something similar like that. Milstead was able to find Labor. We got ourselves a barn burner.
First points for Labor till early part of the game. 1-point Aggies lead.
Well, this one has lived up to the billing, hasn't it, Mary? We talk about a rivalry game. This is what it's all about, college athletics.
Oh, the crowd on their feet.
A little pick, a little pop. Alessandro Labor, good 2.5, 3 feet behind the line, free to fire. Look at that rebel yell out of the big Italian. He loves it.
Up over Eli Chua. Again, this is old hat for the Aggies. They've been here and they've done that.
Well, you know what they're going to do. They're going to try to get something on that basket, and then they're going to just put everybody down there, crashing the glass, see if they can't get a second chance bucket. Brown's been hot here in the second half. You got to watch for Chua crashing the glass.
Inbound to right in front of the scorers table by Brown, who has lit it up. 4 3-pointers in the second half. We were approaching a minute remaining in Phoenix. 1-point Aggies lead. Harris, Chua, looks for McCants. Back out Brown. He's been lethal. Look out. Green pulls down, but he wants three. Not there. Rebound into the hands of Finke. Leaves for Milstead. 41 and counting. Here come the Lopes. Deafening in GCU Arena. Finke down in the corner. Drexel puts it down on the floor. Oh, he loses it to Queen.
Got a foul.
Foul on Chua.
Oh, they got Chua. Good job finding somebody that was not one of their top free throw shooters. So little lackadaisical with that pass, trying to feed the big man underneath, the deflection and the steal.
Physical.
Yeah,
reach in there by
the rebound there.
Right in front of the official.
I don't think they're going to call that one in a close game, though.
Hot and cold officiating. In for Chua, who has been ice water through the veins.
They're having himself a nice ball game. Got 12 points, 5 to 6 from the field.
You just can't make mistakes against the top team in the conference.
No, not an unforced error like that.
Oh, the rebound by the Aggies. Oh, moving it around. 16-15. Chua's going to go back to the line.
What a shame. It has been the offensive glass. It has been the weakness for the Lopes all night. 14 offensive board might be one that'd be too much to overcome. They had the chance to rebound the ball, go down and tie or take the lead. And now they got Chua going back to the line. Hopefully he'll miss one of these and it's make it keep it a one-possession game. He seems to miss the second one, so you got to get on that board. Everybody to the glass.
Aggies have set the bar, and to this point, nobody has been able to knock them off. Chua, money at the line here. Timeout on the floor, 4-point lead, 15.7 on the clock. Pretty obvious what has transpired here. Again, outworking, out-hustling, second chance points. This team, GCU, they have to dig down and look in the mirror.
Yeah, unfortunately, 27-11 disadvantage in the second chance points category. And we find ourselves in a 4-point game. And we talked about it at the half. Coach Marley talked about a team that was going to rebound better in this basketball game was going to win the game. And clearly, the Aggies are flexing their muscles on the offensive glass.
So critical, that turnover down low by Drexel. And the Aggies made the Lopes pay. 15.7 remaining. Again, 66-62.
Got to get something going to the basket here. They don't want a foul.
Johnson. Got to bring it up quick. Johnson underneath off the glass, gets 2. It's 3.5 to go.
I don't know if they stopped that clock in time. It seemed to me an extra second might have ticked off of that ball, that game clock after that shot went through the net. Nice job by Carlos Johnson, fighting hard in here, getting that second chance opportunity there, getting that thing up on the clock. What was the game clock?
I think we did see it. It would look like it was over 4. They're going to take a look at it.
Well, it's important because
no doubt if you're a GCU fan.
A full second means maybe 10 to 12 feet closer if the Lopes have an opportunity to maybe launch one from long distance if they find themselves only down 3 after this quick foul, should they not make a steal on this inbound.
4.7 on the clock.
Oh, that was almost a second and a half they put back on there. That's huge.
They'll probably get it into Eli Chua, who's been money at the line here for the Aggies.
Sure has.
Man.
Zamora is their best statistical free throw shooter, but he hasn't been to the line. I don't know if you want to send a cold shooter to the line in a pressure situation. You're right. That Chua shoots 71%, Brown at 77%. So I would look for one of those two guys probably to try to work their way to the basketball here.
So here we go. Seconds remain.
We'll try to run Brown from the half-court stripe, probably down to the basketball.
Into Chua.
Got it to Chua. Okay, a couple ticks come off that clock, and Chua's got to go to the line and stroke 2.
He's done it before. Laver's got 5. He's going to take a seat. DQ for Laver. So 3.9 on the clock. 2-point Aggies lead with Chua going to the line.
Yep, shooting 2 free throws, so it's not the one-on-one situation you would hope it would be, but it doesn't matter. You got to rebound this. If he misses this second ball, you got to get it, and you got to go with it because the Lopes are out of timeouts.
Whoa. We've got an opportunity here. And the Lopes.
4 seconds is a long time. You can get that ball down into that
scoring area.
Got to push it and go.
Okay, here we go. Buzzer beater or tie. It'll be a tie. Here we go. Carlos short. It's all over. The Aggies win it 67-64. And the Aggies remain on top, improving to 9-1 in the conference, their 20th victory. The Lopes dropped their 2nd in a row and dropped to 7-3 in the conference.
Tough break. They played so hard, they just could not control their defensive glass, and it burnt them down the stretch.
So the Aggies come in and own the Lopes yet again as they win it by 3. Here in Phoenix. 67-64. We'll have the post-game press conference with head coach Dan Majerle. We'll take a look at our final stats before we say goodnight. Stick around. We'll be right back.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
You use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. And as an RN, you delight in sharing it. But there's always room to grow. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves. Healthcare has made significant advancements, and GCU teaches you how to prepare for the future. By applying that knowledge, you're able to stay up to date with the latest medical technologies. And since GCU's nursing programs are online, you can access your program from anywhere, so you're always there for those most important.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
We are back at GCU Arena in Phoenix, where the Aggies take care of the Lopes 67-64 and remain now a couple of games atop this Western Athletic Conference. And first place as they continue to, well, they just have, they not only have the Lopes number, they've had pretty much everybody's number here in the Western Athletic Conference. This is a potent lineup, and they lost 4 starters, and they just rebuilt and refueled.
Yeah, they just keep on going. The beat just keeps on and going for them, and they did it with the strength.
Yeah,
strength around that glass tonight. I mean, the numbers are just don't lie. 34-24 advantage points in the paint. 27-13 advantage, second chance points, and then the O boards. 14 offensive rebounds. You don't see the Lopes give up 14 offensive rebounds very often.
Let's check out our Canyon State Credit Union player of the game. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. We'll give it to the Lopes. Michael Finke.
Yeah, Finke was wonderful in this basketball game. He did a little bit of everything, knocking down the outside shots with his forte tonight, back-to-back three-point shots. Really, when the Lopes came out of that locker room on fire, and they couldn't sustain that as they kept going back inside for buckets, but his work on the glass and in and around the basket, series of up and unders, getting himself to the free throw line was wonderful. His 16 points, 5 assists. What I really love was sharing that basketball, and his teammates got on the glass for 4 boards.
You don't hear from Terrell Brown for about 35 minutes in the game, and then in the second half he hits 4 3-pointers.
Well, we highlighted him in the open, saying that he's a three-point shooter with Steph Curry type range. That one to beat the shot clock when the Lopes were trying to get a stop. They were down by 3. That was a big one, put him back up 6. And you just got to find a shooter. He's going to keep playing hard. And when his opportunities came, he made the most of them. I just thought the Lopes just didn't do a good job recognizing him down the stretch.
Second chance points, we touched on that, offensive boards, but the Aggies really owned it here.
Yeah, they just kept going hard to the hole, and the Lopes couldn't figure out how many guys were at attack and couldn't get a body on them outside that restricted area. By the time they did try to find them, these guys had a party up on the 10th floor a lot of times, just getting that basketball and pushing it back in. I mean, 14 offensive rebound, letting the 27 second chance points that we talked about. It just puts too much pressure on you to try to get a stop it and get that board. And if you can't get it going, and it's deflating.
Yeah, it's you can write it off from there. Let's send it down to the post-game press conference area as Kate Longworth is joined by Lopes insider Paul Coral.
Thank you, guys. Well, another heartbreaking loss for the Lopes. Paul, what did you see tonight with the Lopes' effort that they just weren't able to pull off the W?
Well, obviously the rebounding. I'm sure it'll be the first thing that Coach Majerle will mention when he comes in. That's a really great rebounding team. It's not just the Lopes' effort. New Mexico State ranks 7th in the nation in rebound margin. So they do this to a lot of teams. But that's not the rebounding team that the Lopes have been for most of the season. They really had turned that around and been consistently good. And we all know the stat about wins versus losses and just too many second chances. It ended up being 27-13 on second chance points alone. Both teams shot practically the same, about 45%. New Mexico State just got more opportunities.
Obviously, the scoreboard in the end, not what the Lopes were hoping for. However, how do you feel like this team responded? Well, we'll actually get it from Dan Majerle. We know how he felt after that Thursday loss, and now here are our initial thoughts after that loss to New Mexico State.
Just really simple. I told our guys they shouldn't be hanging their heads. It came down to rebounding, and that's not like it was a secret. I told our guys, we win the rebounding war, we win the game. And we got beat badly on the rebounding war. So we lost the game. We played well enough to win. They played good, we played good. It came down to rebounds. They had 27 second chance points. 14 offensive rebounds, 36 rebounds, or 28. When we started this winning streak, we talked about rebounding. We rebound the ball well, we win. And tonight, we got our butts kicked on the rebounding war. That's it. So our guys can be upset or whatever, but they knew the game plan, rebound the ball, and we win. And we didn't. So we'll just have to move on. I told them that we've been in this spot before. We're plenty good enough to win. It's not often we lose 2 at home, but it happened. So we got to regroup, got to refocus, get back to work, and get ready for the rest of the WAC season and get ready for March. It's all about the 3 games in March anyway. I mean, that's all it is. Now, we should be upset, but like I told our guys, there's no reason to be upset. You knew what the game plan was, and you just got your butt kicked on rebounding.
Was most of that positional, or?
I can tell you tomorrow. I don't know. I have to watch. I'm sure it is, unless they're that much stronger and better athletes than we are. It's either box out or don't. Go up and get the ball or don't. I don't know. I'll tell you on Monday. So I just know we got beat in the rebounding. So they deserve to win. We deserve to lose. And we just have to refocus. We played well enough to win. They're really good. We're really good. We played well. Rebounding, just did it.
Looking at some positive, what stands out to you from Finke's play tonight?
Well, Mike's got to hit some shots. But, you know, like I said, Ollie had 4 and Michael had 4 rebounds. So, I mean, Mike's got to hit shots, and he made a few, which is great. But like I said, we're good enough to win. We got enough talent to win. It's about the other stuff. It's about the little stuff, rebounding. I thought our defense was better. We played hard. I thought everybody played okay. It's just that if I look at the stat sheet and you told me, okay, you guys got beat rebounding 36-28, who won the game? They did. If we would have had 36 and they would have had 28 rebounds, I said we would have won. But that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter who played well or not. It's no secret what happens on the rebounding war with these guys.
They always do that with you guys too. Last year.
Well, we beat them 37-32 at New Mexico State, and they made a half-court shot to beat us. So it's not always, you know. They're a great rebound team. I'm not taking anything away from them. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the nation. Always have been. You're right. So is Bakersfield. Always. But we're one of the top rebounding teams, too. I think if you look at our stats, we're up there, too, especially at home. So, you know, I guess they just, I don't know, they just, for whatever reason, got the rebounds tonight.
Was that one of the better played games early? There was hardly any free throws. It was just up back and forth.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. It's very exciting. I thought both teams played well, shot the ball well. I thought it was a really good game between really 2 good teams. Like I said, I give them all the credit in the world. They beat us. They did a great job. They've beaten us 4 times in a row now. Great. It's really good. So I thought it was a great game. I can't wait to play them again. Hopefully we do.
Did you like the response from you guys from as far as effort and focus?
No, I expect effort every day, every practice, in the classroom, in the weight room, when they walk the campus. I expect effort. So, you know, I don't, you know, they better have effort or they're not going to be here at all, ever again, if they don't have effort, because that's the type of, you know, team we have. So we just have to focus, and like I said, they have to get back to focusing, and they will. They'll come to work again on Monday and ready to go, and we'll square the thing away.
Down in that stretch, it's like, man, you just couldn't miss. I mean,
Well, they shot it well, and then they cooled off, and we shot it well, and they cooled off. You know, we were monstering the post. We were double teaming the post because they have good post players, and we're going to hurt us that way, so we're going to give up something. But it wasn't the threes. It wasn't anything but the rebounding. That's all it was. I mean, what, they shot 44%? We shot 44%. They shot 34%. We shot 34%. What's the big difference? Rebounding, right? That's what it was. Doesn't matter what happened else. We made some threes. They made some threes. Rebound. You got the key to it? What's the key, Paul? Rebounding.
Defensive rebounding.
Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. We only got 7 offensive rebounds. Maybe if we would have got 14 like they did, it would have been a different story. We only lost by 3. Whatever.
Down the stretch, you get a possession there where you got a chance to go ahead after coming back all the way.
Yep.
Is it just still learning through how to handle
No,
those
it
situations?
was, I wanted to save a timeout. We had a play called, Oklahoma, high-low, didn't get it, swing it, get the ball to Ollie. Ollie had the guy in his post. We made a bad entry pass. There's nothing else I would have done different. Wouldn't have called a timeout. We had exactly what we wanted. Ollie was in the post, the guy in his back. We made a bad entry pass, something we work on every day in practice. Made a bad entry pass. But it came down to rebounding. Not the entry pass, but we had a great play. Everything was fine. We had what we wanted. Bad pass. Rebounding. Not the bad pass. Rebounding. Right, Katie?
Right.
Rebounding.
Message received.
So, yeah, we had a timeout. I want to save a timeout. I wanted to have another timeout at the end so we could draw something up. You only have so many timeouts. So we had a play all drawn up. We had it done. We had Ollie in the post. Just a bad entry pass. Rebounding. We will rebound from this.
All right, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say rebounding was the theme from this one.
I think you might be right. 67-64, the final score. As you look at the final stats, as the field goal percentage, pretty close. Free throws, pretty close. Second chance points, no, that belonged to the Aggies. Offensive rebounds definitely belonged to the Aggies. Fast break points that went to the Lopes. Rebounding apparently went the Aggies' way.
Yeah, Coach Majerle trying to laugh, but I'm sure it's painful. It's when you can't get that basketball after you've played good defense. Like I said, it takes a little wind out of your sails on the offensive end. Only 64 points. I mean, give New Mexico State a lot of credit too.
Yeah.
You talk about the top 7 team in the nation going on the offensive glass. But you just don't expect that at home from this Lopes team when they've been so dominant of being able to take care of their defensive glass. Rubber met the road tonight.
Yeah, they're a juggernaut, New Mexico State. They come out with a victory here, and now 2 games to top this conference. Let's revisit your Sanderson forward 3 keys to the game.
Well, unfortunately, they weren't able to rebound the basketball. They couldn't light up the scoreboard because they couldn't get the ball, and so they never really did make it rain throughout the entire game. I would have liked to see this game for them up in the 75, 80-point area. They couldn't get there. Purple People Eaters, I don't know. I think maybe they got their lunch eaten on that offensive glass because they didn't rebound. And really, at this point, who cares what the last color of the rainbow is? Just finish out the regular season, try to get some momentum going into the Western Athletic Conference tournament because it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it's nice to say you won the conference tournament. Right now, New Mexico State holds a huge psychological advantage over the Lopes, so just try to get a little momentum moving into the tournament, win that tournament, go to the big dance.
Yeah, I think that's what Majerle alluded to. He's hoping to play these guys again, and I would think that might be maybe hopefully a rematch of the final from a year ago. A rematch and have it be in Las Vegas.
That would be special.
That would be. Well, the Lopes will be out on the road. Chilly Midwest trip for them to UMKC before returning back home as the team travels to Kansas City next Thursday, Chicago State on Saturday. Be sure to tune in to the Fanatic 1580 AM, 99.3 FM with Michael Potter for all the action. Our next telecast of Lopes basketball, Thursday, February 21st, when the Lancers of California Baptist make their first appearance as WAC members here in the House of Havoc. Kate has the pregame show starting at 6:30 with the tip-off set shortly after at 7. But that'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes lost to the Aggies 67-64. Please join us again February 21st, GCU hosting Cal Baptist. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful Saturday evening.